Boom! We are live, folks. We are live again on a Tuesday night. Another night. We're back at it again. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is what we do, folks. We are your alternative commentary to all the wrestling out there. And tonight we got a crazy night ahead. I believe we're kicking off the show with a weaponized cage match. Two beautiful ladies are going to step in that cage and tear each other apart. But we got the fallout from, what was it called? Battleground. That's what it was. We got so much to get into, so many rumors, so many stories, so much wrestling to unfold, folks. So grab your snacks, put a smile on your face, get that feel good going, and we're going to ride. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Ladies and gentlemen, like I screamed, we are live and back at it again. NXT is kicking off and we are ready to go. It's going to be a fun night. Like I said, we got a weaponized cage match. Carmelo Hayes is in the house. The new, much to your happiness, the Tiffany Epiphany has happened and is upon us, folks. So we're going to get into all that fun. I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. And
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, surprisingly, we're kicking off tonight with what I think we all kind of thought would have been the main event, the big thing that they were building the show around, the weaponized, the TNA, weaponized cage match.
Lethal lockdown for everybody. For the old school fans out there,
it's going to be like the guy on the old Impact ads. Lethal lockdown, cross the line.
Right, I'm waiting for Jeff and
Sting just out there in the dark rain pouring down on him and everything.
Yeah, no, fucking hilarious. But folks, I hope everyone out there is having a wonderful week. You got Tuesday in the books. We're going to cap it off with some NXT. Tomorrow, Hump Day, Wednesday, Dynamite Day. We'll be back for that one. And we're plowing through the week. The weekend is almost here. You can almost taste it. I know you don't feel like it right now, maybe. But by the time the night is done, like I said, we're into the next one and we're halfway there. Folks, make sure you light up this chat. Check out all our links, our Instagram, our TikTok, our Twitter, our Discord, all of the above, including our merch store. Check it all out. Be a part of the family. And remember, tell all your friends we are the Wrestling for Life Network, and nobody does a live stream, live coverage, live watch along, live watch party. Call it whatever you want to call it, but we are the best doing it.
You got very Triple H-y there with, the we are. I was waiting for NXT, seeing how we're covering that.
I'm inspired.
Right. But we're already underway as we had Gigi coming out and Jacy's already jumped her from behind, thrown her into the cage. Now throwing her on the ring steps, and now we're getting both women in the cage right now. So I see all the chat lining up. We will remind everybody we do have the super chats, the super stickers, as I know the chat will keep filling up. If you want to make sure you get your comment across, you get it read, or if you want to just help support the channel. But we will take predictions as well. I think. Are you going Gigi? I'm going Gigi.
Could Jane surprise us?
Well,
I will go Jane just to be difficult.
Fair enough. I wonder though.
Oh shit!
Who does this hurt more if they lose, Jane or Gigi? I think Gigi's picking up a star, but we've got straps, folks. Speaking of strap in and strap on, we've got literal straps in the ring. Oh.
All right, we're not wasting any time, folks. Like Nick said, get the predictions in, and as you can see right above my man's head, we are shouting out our first ever predictions champion, Mr. Boston Gamer. And I'm happy I spelled it right. So, Boston Gamer, congrats. We will defend this title, or you will defend this title at the next major pay-per-view. We will announce it for everybody. You get to put your predictions in, and we add it up, and then we have a tiebreaker if needed. You will have your chance to be, on the channel for a month or a few weeks or whatever.
Your name on there.
Your name.
You got a drop toe hold into the chair. Gigi with a crossbody on Jacy through the chair.
And then into the cage.
Right. And
both sides. And now she's down.
I just got the second side right now.
Okay.
But I liked how Gigi took the bump she very clearly took it on her elbows, good girl, rather than just, straight to the dome.
Now, Gigi's got the strap. She's already got a bruise on her thigh.
Well, because Jacy lit her up with the strap, but Gilly, what up? Dale, what up? Steve, what up? We've ignored these people for too long.
Yes, let's get to the roll call.
Aaron, what up? Richard, what up? Ronnie, what up? Gilly, what up again? Jason, Steve, what? Damien, what up? A-Town, what up? Christ, so many. It's getting long. It's like taking attendance in school. Nick, what up? Everybody. Oh, Steve-O. We got Steve-O in the house. Why?
Steve-O in the house. I like that.
Now we still got X Mulder of Alexa is what child is Howdy the uncle. Not unless Vince Russo's Brooklyn.
Is Howdy the father?
Oh, missile drop kick into the trash bin on Jacy, pinned up against the cage for a 2 count. Okay. Is that how female wrestlers now all pin each other?
Everybody pins that way. It's not just the females. That's a Gunther pin nowadays. Like, Gunther absolutely emasculates other men when he pins them because it's just like,
well, it's the downward doggy pin there. Yeah, it's very emasculating.
If you get folded up and your knees touch your ears by another man, you're having a bad day. Well, or maybe not, depending on who you are.
Right. Well, pause.
Chin chin.
But Chris, what up? Hassan, what up? And yes, we're getting a Tiff-bration later tonight. That's what they called it. That's what they called it.
They called it a Tiff-bration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about it. We have a Tiffany Epiphany. Of course, they called it a Tiff-bration.
I love that you had a Dijak slip there.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, good. We've got a rose thorn bat now.
Okay. The lady's trying to show
the Triple H clubbing blows, cover the head of it, hit him in the body with your hand, not the actual weapon.
Right. I like it, folks. Now, like I said, if you haven't got a prediction in, make sure you get it in. Bash, how you doing? Chris is all about the Tiffany Epiphany tonight. We're also supposed to find out who the mystery attacker has been.
It was Ali. He was supposed to be the hacker, so now it's just become him all along.
Oh!
Misses with the bat. Oh!
Spinebuster
onto the trash bin, and good God, did that not break? And Gigi's looks like, I know she's got a red head and everything like that, but she's really busted on the back of her head. You can see it right along her hairline, and it's going onto her shoulder now.
My shit just went to commercial. Is your shit?
Yeah, that's terrible. Okay,
I didn't catch a throw to a commercial or anything.
Well, no, they didn't throw to it. I mean, someone got thrown and then they went to commercials, so we'll go with that. It was right after the spine buster.
All right, folks. So we are in the first commercial break. I will remind everybody, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe, be a part of our shows. Like I said, nobody covers it as much as we do, and we got more coming your way. We're up to no good. So,
and we're always here to talk to the peoples, to the people. We're here, Channel 4 fans by fans.
4 fans by fans. We won't block you just for having an opinion. We promise.
Oh, do you want to talk about that? But Joe Black, I see you. I'm not going to read your comment. This match is going to be a banger. Yes, it is.
X Mulder, get out.
No, why are you telling people to get out? What?
Listen, Richard, of all people, you cannot get mad at wild assumptions from anybody.
Or accusations.
Brandon, what up? What's up? Welcome. Nick, so much going on in the wrestling world right now. A lot of people talking about last night. I mean, it was a little bit confusing with AJ being involved, but they did their best to try and explain it. I thought Raw came out really well last night. For most people, from what I gauged, thought the same.
It was an all right, I guess, I don't know if I want to say exactly above average, but kind of on par, on average for them coming off of a decent pay-per-view. I think, though, where was it? Oh, no. Rikishi on Friday to confront his sons. I think everybody's talking about that. Everybody's going to be tuned in and paying attention to Friday night.
I did it for the Roman.
I did it for the Roman. I did it for the J.
I'm really curious because I think this plays well, because I think if Roman being Roman and as heelish as Roman is, if he takes out Rikishi and lays a beating on Rikishi, it will see, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
But that's going to just drive Jay further away and everything. I don't think that's going to draw them in closer. That, to me, I get there's been a bit of this gaslighting and everything like that. And real quick, Curtis says, congrats to Alexa Bliss on her pregnancy. Yes, so we all know now what Alexa Bliss will be doing and why she's been away and all of that. She's got, a kid on the way, so congrats. But you can stop waiting for her to come back for a while.
Yeah, she won't be back for a minute now. And I will give a little piece of advice to anybody listening right now from the IWC. When a female wrestler announces a pregnancy, just be polite and congrats them. Don't, start.
Don't get creepy.
Don't get creepy. Don't get weird. And don't be disappointed about your, oh, no, her and Bray are never. Who gives a fuck?
Right. Get beyond the storylines. Bitcoin, what up? That feels weird to say. Chris, what up? Saying my birthday is in 3 days. Well, I guess happy early birthday. But what I was going to get to with that is you forget that they're standing beside Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
The master of, I guess, kind of the shooty, worky promo. I think Roman's going to get personal with a lot of this. If really, Jimmy, you're going to turn your back on me, I'm the reason you still kept your job after you got in trouble so many times with the law. Aren't I, Jimmy?
You think it's going to go that deep?
Oh, I think they're going to go into that because everybody knows it. I remember us being live watching that after all of that news broke and everything, and he's still right there with standing next to Roman, and everybody questioned it.
They actually altered that storyline. Remember, it was going in one trajectory, and then all that happened, and they were just like, we're family. Forget it.
Oh, yeah. I think this is when we get a solo Roman versus Jimmy feud as we're back from commercial, back in action.
Yes.
Gigi's very much in control.
I feel like this leads to ultimately some type of Jimmy Roman rivalry, which obviously we're building right now. But I do also think that Jay's got to make a decision. Rikishi getting involved is funny. I know we talked about, Alpha and Sika and all, the bringing out as many people from, living.
Now, what if we bring in new Samoans like Jacob Fatu or Tama Tonga? Granted, he's Tongan, not Samoan, but we'll stretch the imagination here.
Come on. Right? I'd be okay if Jonah joined.
Fair enough. Dale, happy birthday, my guy. Joe wishing him happy birthday. Aaron, happy belated to me. I think we wish you happy birthday the other day on your birthday.
Yeah, we did. You wanted a little more.
I like how I see this is why I like our little community of everyone still in the chat wishing Dale happy birthday right now.
I like it. Dale, my buddy.
Yeah.
Fact checker number 1 right there. He's been Dale's been kicking around even before this channel came to be. I knew Dale, so big shout out, Dale.
Is Dale your neighbor?
No, I've never actually met Dale outside of live streams. So
fair enough.
I appreciate it.
I got a neck breaker from Jacy onto the pile of chairs, and now we're just throwing fists back and forth. But so now, side question, as we got both women throwing hands, of do we think that Jay has Usos put in a way of it's really the Usos have broken off, or Jay still? It's going to get real interesting. Has their invitation been rescinded? Does Jay come out alone? Is he still involved with the Bloodline, or have they completely split off?
No, I don't think it was a complete breakup. Oh my Lord! Super kick
into the trash bin in the corner, and the refs even checking out, like, can you see? Are you good? You good? Oh, cannonball.
Oh, you know what? That wasn't a great cannonball. Great production to catch it from the back of that can.
Right, but still, look at the trash bin, and like I said, right
bleeding?
Along.
She is bleeding.
I told you, she's gigged right along with the back of her hairline.
Yeah. Because she's literally dripping blood at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to hear any jokes, folks. Joe, I'm looking at you, buddy.
Keep it PG. Kayla, well, as PG as you can. Kayla, what up?
What's up, Kayla?
Nice. We're getting a table now. But yeah, no, I think Jay's still involved. I think it's going to be really, like I said, we're going to get that solo, no pun intended, Jimmy versus Roman feud.
Yeah, I mean,
that song. Okay.
Yeah. Red Solo Cup.
Well, they do wear a lot of red, so it does fit. So there you go.
Here's the thing. Solo's the gatekeeper for Roman at this point, right? He's the enforcer. You got to go through Solo to get to him.
Right.
But Solo's their brother. So it makes this dynamic very interesting.
Well, I think we've still got that story a bit to tell of, remember when we had the little shoulder bump heard around the world for 24 hours. So,
ultimately for me, and I've said it a million times, Nick, I hope this is leading to the Denzel training day. Yeah,
on me.
That's what I want. It's my table. Acknowledge me. Kick, thumb.
Well, it almost kind of felt like that at Night of Champions a little bit with that whole I'm doing what you should have done.
Yeah. So I like it. I like where we're heading, and I like the fact that people are questioning it. I know people, the naysayers out there that, there's not enough story, but listen, Raw came off a pay-per-view, so if you guys are that impatient, I'm sorry, I can't help you. But we can't wait till Friday. Like, let's go. Is Rikishi showing up? Is, like you said, is Jay and Jimmy going to show up? Is just Jay going to show up? Wow. This cage is going to break.
Well, and I was going to say, thanks to that cameraman for that angle there on Gigi just smashing Jacy into the cage on the top turnbuckle. And now she just got Uranagi through the table. 2, 3, and Gigi wins.
Okay. That was pretty good, man.
That was a hell of a match.
A little bit short.
Squad heavy, but they fucking earned that.
Yeah, man. Gigi bleeding. And this is what I think Gigi meant when she said she misses PK at times. Remember, she took a couple losses and then she tweeted out, I miss PK. And people were like, oh, see, she wants to go to AEW. Relax. I think she just wants to be more herself. And a match like this, you really got a nice taste of Gigi tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Joe said Jay won't turn on his twin. That would be crazy. That would be awesome. What?
But he was pulled away. He didn't walk away. Jimmy had to pull him, and as he's pulling him, he's convincing him it's for the best.
Now, see, I heard, I think it was Corette or at least Brian Last that was talking about this earlier today. But Chris, I see your comment. It was fantastic. It's getting into the New Japan style stuff that I kind of like, but it's a little long right now. But to where, depending on how you look at it, and I'd have to probably go back and watch the match, of maybe Roman just saw the Usos super kick Solo and thought it was a turn that way because he starts mushing Jay in the face and saying, you're not a down since day one now. And it was a misunderstanding of he thought that's what happened.
Now, I think with Paul, like you said, Mr. Maniacal, the puppet master, he says to Jay, Roman made a mistake. Roman thought you kicked Solo on purpose. Roman made a mistake, but Jimmy fucked up. You know what I mean? So now
your brother has been out of line for a while. Yeah. He said he was the tribal chief.
Now Gigi standing on top of the ropes, celebrating, and that's I can't believe we opened the show with that tonight.
Oh yeah, we thought, or at least I thought that was the main event. But folks, let us know what you thought of that match. See Boston already saying those girls tore it up. Good match. Want to know? Clay, what up? I can't wait to see what Roman Reigns says this Friday on SmackDown. Miami Heat, Denver Nuggets on ABC for the NBA Finals. What?
Is that when the finals start for the NBA is Friday?
I don't know. Probably.
I'm just wondering if that means Rampage is on a Tuesday or something.
Yeah, it'll go on way before or something.
Follow the bouncing Rampage.
But we are getting a replay right now, or at least I am, from a bit of the highlights from Battleground. And like we talked about, and I had to actually walk it back a bit, that this was a fantastic show. It unfortunately got overshadowed a little bit by the car crash that was Double or Nothing. You're muted as you're talking, so.
I don't even know why I muted myself. I guess
I think you might have been having a snack or something.
It was just my way of shutting myself up once in a while. But yeah, know what? Like the triple threat match was excellent. The Heritage Cup is an acquired taste, I think, but it wasn't bad. Didn't really understand the turn. Ilya and Dijak's one of my favorite matches of 2023, guys. If you haven't seen this match, go tune in. Dijak, look, he's terrifying.
Yeah, the Dijak and Ilya, yeah, doing it. It's not just because I'm trying to get this man over, but yeah, if there's a match you go and watch back from NXT Battleground is this match.
Yes.
Respect to Carmelo and Braun, because that's one thing too we mentioned before we went live tonight, is that NXT has done a really good job of starting to build stars again. Carmelo's a goddamn star. Braun's a star. Ilya and Dijak, I think, are getting there with fucking matches like this. Yeah. So,
but you not feel like NXT has done this before, right? Like they've, they go through those phases. They build up a bunch of people. They all get plucked away, and then they got to do it again. And
I think they've come out well. Yeah, well, I think they've come out well. Everyone got really scared with the 2.0 era. And now that they've gone back, they've differentiated a bit from there. I think we're starting to realize, no, it's actually gone back to being a really good fucking show.
Well, dude, I'm much happier with like the black and gold, as we can see, opposed to all that rainbow shit.
Right. Well, again, like you like to bring up all the time, you were a guy that had walked away from NXT. That's why I was out here hosting every Tuesday with Piff Cliff and everything like that, who I'm sure you will at some point potentially see on the channel again. What?
Shout out to Cliff.
Right.
What's up, Piff?
But now you came back and were like, no, I want to be here every Tuesday.
Well, the turning point for me was Stand and Deliver was fucking exceptional. Like one of the best pay-per-views of 2023. It was outstanding. It was wicked for WrestleMania weekend. Wesley's here, by the way, before I ramble.
No, you're good. You're good. Because what
earlier else was today. But that triple threat match for the North American title was really really good. Wesley's had an outstanding run as North American champion. It's been exceptionally good.
100%. And I think it was somebody mentioned it last night of talking about how Tiffany winning meant she was the 100th NXT champion. I actually saw the correction on that where she's now the 100th woman to win a championship within WWE.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay.
That's what I think it was. They just kind of got some things crossed around.
Didn't these guys quit? There's a bait. There's a bait.
They asked for their release, and Hunter just said no.
There's a bait turn coming, guys, for sure.
You really think so? They're gonna turn.
He's too nice. They're too friendly. That's not allowed in wrestling.
But does he turn and join Schism Dyad, or does he just turn and be his own thing?
I don't know if he joins Dyad or the Dyad or Schism or whatever the fuck, because I don't like that fit. But if he's just like, you know what, screw it, I'm tired of helping you and I want that belt, I'm okay for it, because Wesley and Tyler Bate straight up is going to be fun.
Oh, absolutely. As we are getting Carmelo Hayes later tonight, and I'm getting a hype up video for Friday Night SmackDown, people, where we'll be here live as we're celebrating the 1,000-day reign of Roman Reigns.
Is it ironic? And you actually said this going into Saudi, are they really going to make this man lose on his 1,000th day? And they did, and now this whole week leading into this celebration is all marred with controversy and uncertainty.
But it's made it the most must-see thing in professional wrestling this week,
bar none.
Yeah, undeniably. No matter whether you're an AEW, shill, whether you're a diehard WWE guy, whether you're just a big fan of Impact or anything like that. Friday Night SmackDown, the 1,000-day celebration for Roman Reigns, can't miss professional wrestling television.
Yeah, it really is. It's undeniable, Nick. And anyone out there that just can't do it, I understand. Different strokes for different folks, right? Some people like crazy hardcore death metal. Some people like
just
country.
Us. We'll help you get there.
Right, that's it. Like everybody. Sorry, Nick, but everybody likes something, and I get it. But this Bloodline shit is entertaining as hell. It's worth the watch. And again, generally, the matches around what's going on are pretty damn good. Maybe not barn burners, but pretty good.
Right. Steve saying you can't lose the belt if you never defended it. Well, I wasn't saying he was going to lose the belt. I meant have taken an L on the match. And he does defend it. Not knocking my guy MJF, but he's technically defended the title more in 2023 than MJF has.
Yeah. I like this. Bate will eventually take the title after turning heel. So me and him are kind of on the same page. I do want to ask you about this because a couple people have said it now. JL and Chris said it.
we've all been kind of waiting for it. We've all been expecting it. Of who else does Carmelo go against? I know you put up a poll on the channel.
I did.
But none of the names really seem like they fit just right.
Yeah,
it would be an interesting one, but they work so well together. It would be, you can't just do it out of the blue. I think you got to let that build. You've got to let that smolder a little bit. You can't just boom, big bang out of nowhere. Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams turns on Wrasslin.
Sorry. But then again, like the DIY thing was out of the blue. That shocked
everybody.
Love
out of the blue.
The Seth Rollins turn was out of nowhere. That shocked everybody. So, I mean, you could, but you've got to do it right.
You got to do it right. And it could be simply like somebody comes out, like, somebody that doesn't really have a chance to win the belt says, I want to fight you tonight, next week. That match happens. Trick is there celebrating with them. We're all ready to go home. The little bar comes up for the trademark and then kick to the head. That's kind of what they did with DIY, right? Like, we were on the way home. Bye. And then Ciampa said, I'm done.
Could you imagine he does it just like that? Of he's sitting there, we're walking off. He's arm in arm with Carmelo, and he's, Carmelo's racing the championship. And then the whole thing's up there, like you said, the lower eighth or whatever it's called. And then boom, just turns and just yeets him right into the stage.
Yep. 100%. And we've seen it before with NXT. So don't rule it out. Like, we saw KO and Sam. No one saw the KO turn coming. I don't think. Like, it was just out of left field. Like, there wasn't even like hints that they were mad at each other. DIY would argue the same thing. It wasn't like they were faltering. They were peaking. And everyone was like,
absolutely.
What? So I think this could happen. Well, I just want to touch on this one real quick. Those girls tore it up. Good match.
We're getting Tony's getting his mug shot.
The fakest of shit.
It looks like if you took like that craft paper roll-up shit and just rolled it up behind him and everything. Like, I know we admit, like, I've got a green screen and everything, but goddamn, like, that's they just have it laying around at craft services. That's what they put on the tables at catering.
Right. Now, one of the people I did put in the poll was Joe Coffey. You have the tag title around the Gallus already. Now, is it time for Coffey to go after the big belt? And he's a heel. That's why I disqualified Dijak, because he lost, and Ely is a babyface.
Yeah, and well, he also really hasn't had really many singles matches, if anything, here. Oh, you've got Half Stack out here confronting Gallus.
Stacks is blaming Gallus.
But how funny that a guy would, named Trick would be out here turning tricks, allegedly, potentially.
Scottish folk don't phone the police. Are you fucking nuts?
Right.
If we used police, I would have been less of a witness to all the shit I witnessed as a child.
Exactly. But shout out Larry, by the way. I don't think we said hi to him. Steve's arguing with me about how many times Roman's defended the title.
It's what,
I almost want to look it up to prove you wrong, but
what is the number? It's like, it's not a lot, but
it's not a ton. But so here, you talk through some people.
Yeah.
I'll look it up here.
Kevin says, hi, KJ and Big Nick. What's up? What up? You're welcome, Larry. In that case, I'm 1-0. I'm 0-1. I went against it. Him is here. Himiny Cricket.
Yeah, him Jones, him Duncan out here in his Himberlins, Himmy Neutron, Himmy Turner, all
him,
that.
Himiny,
him Haru.
Him Henson.
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't think of that one. That's a good one.
Himmy Hendrix.
Himmy Hendrix is a great one.
We do this all day, folks.
Absolutely. It's almost like we kind of trying to talk for a living. So he's defended it 3 times in 2023. Has Romulus Reigns against Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble, Zayn at Elimination Chamber, and Cody Rhodes at 39.
That's not bad though. 3 times in what, 5 months? Going on 6.
Right.
That's not terrible.
I'm not trying to knock MJF, but if you're going to argue with me, I'll prove myself right.
Well, go for it. That's why you got the microphone, bro.
You're going to keep talking. I'm looking.
Carmelo Hayes is out here cutting a promo, letting everyone know what's up. He's hypnotizing the show right now.
Absolutely.
Why do you want Carmelo Hayes to fight Roxanne Perez? I need to know.
Absolutely.
I want to know.
Page. I like that one.
Himmy Page is a good one. The tag match at Battleground was awesome. I'm curious to see who challenges Gallus next. You're not wrong, Boston. That was an outstanding match. When I was running through some of my faves, I didn't mention that one. I think the Creed brothers have a bright future, and I saw some interesting rumors about Braun and the Creed brothers moving up together.
That wouldn't be a bad faction.
What the fuck? Cut the music. More squats in the house.
Oh, no, this is not going to be a good feud I care about.
That's what I mean. Like, do we get a soft feud like a Noam, which Noam will give him a good match, but do we get a soft one that Carmelo can get through to get kicked in the face by Trick?
Yeah.
You need the speed bump.
Yeah, true. But this is a faction that just started Sunday night. Give it some time. Establish what the fuck it is.
I don't even know who the lady holding the trophy.
Jakara Jackson.
Jakara Jackson. Where did she come from?
Not quite sure, but she's been pretty much prominently featured on Level Up.
Okay, and I know Orso Mensa, which is a terrible name.
There we go.
I'm sure that's not your real name.
Mm.
Himmy, Coco Bob. Curtis.
Oh, God. And
I'll take that, Curtis.
So MJF has defended the title twice. So again, slim margin, but we got there.
But that's like, I remember being a kid and I never got to see Hulk Hogan every week. Like, I had to put up with.
That's what made it feel fucking special, folks. And that's what people forget.
Right? Like, man, I would have loved to see as a kid, seeing Ultimate Warrior run out every Saturday. But I didn't get that. And then this way I didn't get bored of it.
Right.
We live, baby. What's up, Coffey?
Coffey, what up? Mick, what up? Where was it? When will this guy lose his accent? Who has an accent? Who?
What, Noam?
He's just kind of Scottish. He tends to happen. I mean, it's kind of just the way he talks. It's not Coffey that's still one of the greatest moments of Hunter of, wait, didn't you used to be Jamaican?
That was the best shit. I laughed so hard.
So yeah, we're getting Noam challenging Carmelo here tonight.
See, I got this vibe. Like, okay, he says yeah, then he beats Dar.
I know what you try to do. You try to take advantage of him because you just had a hell of a match.
No fucking kidding.
Point ahead, look smart.
Right?
That's what really, huh? What? You don't say.
Well, no shit. How the fuck did we end up with Noam Dar and Lash Legend?
And Jakara Jackson and all of that. Like, someone pointed out that I guess at Battleground they were all wearing pink, and that might have been somehow that what they were trying to tie into like a theme with the faction or whatever. But I'm like, what the fuck? How?
What the fuck?
Someone make this make sense.
It's called load management. I bet she knows all about load management. Pause. Anyway,
that's what it's called. I thought she said Lord.
Load management.
Oh,
the old Kawhi Leonard. Trust me, as a Raptors fan, load management.
Well, so far it seems like this faction's managed to drop a load in a toilet. I feel, as far as when it comes to me, I am not interested in this.
I don't mind it because I'm okay with it because I think Noam Dar is really going to deliver in the ring. I don't much care about this faction, but whatever. We'll see what happens.
It doesn't make sense.
Is this happening tonight? Yes.
Yes, sir. What?
That's why the cage match went first, Nick.
Mm-hmm. Could you imagine? Did we call this on the night that this happens?
I feel like a twist is coming.
You're putting the mist out in the air there.
Oh, my God. Stop talking, Cora. It hurts my ears. And she's arguing with people I've never seen before.
No one else in the locker room cares here. The only other person I recognize right now besides Cora Jade on my screen is Tatum Paxley. And that's surprising because she's been walking around with the LeBron James, Cody Rhodes, Rip Hamilton mask for the longest time.
Yes, Ivy Nile. Where's Tatum Paxley?
Right there with the black top next to the one with the one that respectfully looks like Jenny from the block. I'm still Jenny. Yes, that's Tatum Paxley.
Okay.
I'm the one here watching NXT, my man. Don't question me.
I know. I trust you. Yeah, we should put it on a T-shirt like Britt.
Oh yeah, that'll go over well.
Never in the WWE. They have quality control specialists.
Yeah, they have people that actually pay attention. But Ivy's starting to get a little bit of this mini Beth Phoenix-y, Luna Vachon-y kind of vibe, I feel.
But she needs some wins. Like if they're going to put her up against Cora, I think she needs to beat Cora because she's been with the Diamond Mine and it's been nothing but meh.
Right. And we're getting the Dyad coming out right now with Ava Raine, who I thought could have been the masked perpetrator, but it doesn't look like it. I still wanted, I did it for the Rock. I did it for my family. But so we're getting the Dyad versus, I do kind of like their whole gimmick. Bray could have came back and this been like his new Wyatt family. Honestly, he could have really, I feel, could have made it work, and it works with the fucking black lights and everything that he had at the pitch black. So make it work.
Make it work. Now, Aaron loves Cora Jade. I can't stand her in any regard. She looks like a Walmart Paige Van Sant.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Ivy?
That's what he was saying.
I want Ivy and Paige to have a fight. What happened to Paige being a wrestler? Did that, what happened there?
The same thing that happened to Mandy Rose.
Is that what Tony pulled the plug because of that?
No, she's just been more focused on that. If she wasn't really,
she her and Mandy Rose,
I don't think, or she might have been. She's just on a developmentally type deal. Yeah, last I saw, there was the whole picture going around social media of her and Mandy
together.
So
yeah,
coming down with the favors.
Oh my god, bro!
And yes, see, I got so many good eyes. That's why I got 4 of them.
Damn, Paxley and Jenny from the block. Okay, some love from Chris. Right. Paxley was looking good. I will say that. She was definitely looking good. Joe Gacy in WWE. What? Not yet. What?
Joe Gacy is laid out. Good God. But no, I like Jay's comment here because I do agree with it. I was a fan of Lash. Of when you were out here and you didn't get behind it. I would think I was the other one of she's got something there.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to me, it doesn't work with Noam Dar. To me, it would almost work better. If she's gonna be load management, and we've got Carmelo Hayes, who's him and all of that, the NBA, and comes out with the NBA banners and everything like that. That almost works a bit more than randomly we've got a Scottish dude signed to an agency and everything like that for no fucking reason, out of the blue.
Well, he kind of flirted with them. I guess that was enough, right? He gave him a little bit of that Scottish swag.
He used that Scottish charm. He said, "What are you doing in my swamp?"
I never thought we'd quote Shark so much on this channel.
I love it. It's a hidden classic, folks.
I love it. Yeah, you were behind Lash from the beginning. I think what turned me off of Lash Legend in the beginning was those fucking horrible talk show segments that were just putrid and not fun and horribly acted. Seeing her there as this very captivating, she grabs your attention. She's 2 feet taller than the guy she's standing next to.
Again, another problem.
Maybe not a problem. Well, it depends on
what you like. Different strokes for different folks.
I'll climb the fuck out of a tall tree. But yeah, no, I mean, we'll see. I mean, they're trying to build this heel thing. I don't know how Orsa really ties into it. I don't know, dude. I'm
honestly, every time I see him on screen, I get him halfway confused with our buddy Manny that we interviewed and everything. I will not lie.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, Aura?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I said I halfway get him mixed up with our buddy Manny that we interviewed and everything.
Right. I hear you. I hear you. I was like, that's what I thought you said. And I was like, Manny who? Then you explained.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But
Manny.
so I think we can, as we are in commercials, so then can we start listing off or ruling out some people that are the masked attacker? And yes, KJ, yeah, we know you're not a Jade fan.
I am a Jade fan. I wanted her to win 100. Oh,
yeah,
Cora Jade.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sky Blue, Cora Jade, Jade
there
Cardio.
We go. We'll put it together.
Well, I don't know why I wandered there. Yeah, my bad.
But,
yeah, that's how little I think of Cora Jade. That even when we're talking about her and you bring her name up, I'm like, oh, you mean the other one, the important one? There's nothing I like about Cora Jade. What is it? Somebody said in the chat, like, ooh, what? No, what? Sorry. But, oh, this one. Sorry, Mick. Different strokes, buddy.
Right. But can we start just kind of ruling out people of being the masked attacker based on who we've seen so far on screen tonight? Because do they do it to where they've already were out here earlier tonight?
No, it's not Lash, too short, too small.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Lash.
It's not Ava Raine of I Did It for the Rock.
It's definitely not Ava Raine.
Yeah, again, too short, too small.
My lead suspect is that blogger girl, Danny.
She's out with ACL injury because
she didn't even get
NXT
started.
had a huge issue of female athletes like that had just kind of started to debut, and they all ended up with like ACL injuries.
So what are they doing wrong?
I have no idea. Well, I mean, maybe they hired the strength and conditioning coach from the Ravens.
I like Steve G on this one, bro.
She got attacked by her. She was the second victim.
Man, it would have been cool if it was Choo Choo and it was different.
It'd be a whole lot cooler if you did.
All right, so Choo's out.
Yeah, we can't choose her. But we've got Axiom and Reggie backstage right now. And am I hearing something? Did we hear a bell ring when Reggie walked in, like the match was starting? Like, am I the one who heard that?
I thought
I have an interesting. Well, Damien says Mandy Rose or Blair Davenport of. Blair Davenport, if she shows up, will someone keep me and CJ apart here for
going to be the funniest shit.
Hours.
If I'm phoning CJ, if he can't come on, I'm phoning him and just putting him up to the mic, being like, CJ, guess who's here?
Right. KJ White, Big Nick, Kevin is doing great. So Kevin's letting us know Kevin is doing great in the third.
KJ's doing wonderful. How you, Big Nick?
I'm doing fantastic. I can't get into the third person. I'll stay in second person at least. That's how you don't get pinned, folks. You don't go in the third person.
Who's got a better entrance, Sammy Guevara or Wesley?
Are we counting the one of just letting everybody know that, congrats on the sex between him and Tay and Sammy?
It has to be like the first guy in wrestling history to propose and announce a pregnancy and a breakup.
With different people on the same show. I saw him in meme and going around, and it's so great because it reminds me of the Simpsons scene, because that's what it is I saw Tay and Sammy in the closet, and they were making babies, and one of the babies smiled at me.
Dude, that popped me earlier today when you sent that over.
Right. But we are getting Wesley and Tyler Bay. I don't know why I blanked there for half a second. Versus the Dyad in tag team action. And oh, look, they've even got halfway matching gear. And is it just me, or does Bate look a little bit like mini Alex Hammerstone?
He does. He really does. It was like if you had like the Russian dolls of
the nesting dolls, he'd be like the second or third one. Well, especially it's the red and yellow gear. But
now, the interesting thing about Schism is they never win.
Even when they ask for their release, they can't win in that argument either. They just get told no.
No, not today.
But I have an interesting theory as to who the masked attacker could be.
Okay.
Aaliyah. She hasn't been anywhere for a hot damn minute. She wasn't clearly going to do anything on the main roster. She never got drafted anywhere. She's just been out in the mythos out there with Shanky. So what if she shows up and she gets introduced into the NXT run? Because I don't remember much of her NXT run if she had one.
She was basically a bona fide jobber in NXT. I was shocked she got called up.
Right. So maybe we just run it back and, hopefully maybe we can still salvage something there.
Mm-hmm. I remember when they did like the behind the scenes show for NXT, and I'm not sure if they still do it, but Aaliyah was pitching to Regal, like, I want to be like Kim Kardashian. He was like, bloody hell no.
No. But it's one of those of, who do we realistically think it could be that's not a return or a debut?
Dana Brooke?
That's not a bad shout.
Same reason
she didn't flex enough when she was doing it. She didn't flex after every attack.
I didn't hate what you said when you said Aaliyah, because I think Aaliyah could
really, because you didn't say anything, so you could have fooled me.
you paused me because my instinct, like, I kind of make fun of Aaliyah quite a bit, but some good old Canadian love, fellow Torontonian. Aaliyah has been around a long time, never really found her way.
What the fuck was that?
That was a botch head.
Wesley was trying to go for, it looked like midair. He's like, I'll drop kick you, no crossbody, kind of drop kick, arm drag. Just somebody catch me and do something, please.
Wait, what is happening here?
We're looking up into the rafters. Oh, Ali! Oh, the dream has died. Apparently, he's not done with WWE. He's just gone to NXT. Prince Ali, fabulous. Ali Mustafa.
Gunther chopped him right back down to developmental. This is how you save face with Ali, and this is actually good for Ali.
I honestly would love to see Mustafa Ali versus Carmelo Hayes.
Let's go. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Out here with the leather jacket, and that's how we cut to commercial. Is he just going to his seat or something? Is he going to hop the barricade? Did everyone just stop because this man, went to his seat? I wish that happened when I went to professional wrestling shows, that everything, even the in-ring action, everyone just stopped and just watched me and was cheering for me as I went to take my seat. Like, that's normal human behavior, folks.
I just went to I hit the snack
bar. I had to take a piss, folks. I'm sorry. I went to go get some popcorn. I'll be back.
Aaron loves Ali.
Aliyah.
Put them
maybe we had Ali and Aliyah
in the same night.
Right. Then it's really Prince Ali.
I like this for Ali because he's lost in WWE right now. And he doesn't differentiate himself from any other high-flying, good kind of wrestler guy in that company. So him to come back and reset might work.
It hopefully has for Apollo. It has at times for people in the past. It even a little bit honestly did for Finn. We're going to be fully honest. Did for who? Why?
Mandy. Like, look what it did for Mandy.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing is, I know we talked about this going into Night of Champions, and that's part of why I picked him. If it was kind of like the help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. Is that what it felt like? And I feel a bit of it. He's been undercut and mistreated by booking. Granted, he has not fully, I would say at least been given the opportunities, because the promos he did on his own were a lot better than what he was allowed to do on TV. Granted, when he does get the time on TV, he doesn't really fully pull it through much to you. Yeah. I think you put more of the onus on him on this.
Yeah, I think so too. And I will admit like you just said, when he cut a couple of those the promo in his car, I liked it. It felt authentic. It felt like a guy that holding on for dear life up against, the giants of giants right now, as far as Gunther goes and getting over that mountain. But yeah, I think this is interesting. I don't hate it, guys. I know people are like, fuck that guy. But no, I don't hate it.
No, not at all. Bro, Ali thinking he's Brian Pillman with his leather jacket.
This one's for you.
Oh, hold on. I think Nick is the master tactor. He advocated for Tiffany, and he takes a lot of pauses for the causes. We need your alibi, sir.
Every time Nick's like, I gotta go, someone gets jumped.
You'll never get me alive, Covers.
Oh shit. Duck for cover. All right, folks. Nick is going to take a pause for the cause, prompted by our man Boston, the current predictions champion. Do remember, come to the pay-per-views, make your predictions, get your name on the channel for a few days. WCW and ECW bring ratings on Tuesday nights. not NXT. Get rid of NXT for good. WCW, ECW bring more viewers. It needs to happen before 2025. I promise you do that. WWE destroys all companies, in fact. Are you suggesting, Kenny, that WWE brings back the WCW and or the ECW brand? Instead of calling the show NXT, we're going to run up a WCW or an ECW up the flagpole. Interesting. I don't know. That's something I don't think they'll ever do, Kenny. I really don't. However, that'd be really fucking interesting. Then how they tried it and they botched it, mostly because of the petty old man that had to squash it all, kill him. It wasn't enough that he bought them and owned them, that he had to bury them on top of it. That would be really interesting. By the way, Ali has made it from the audience to commentary. Booker T, the hair's looking good, man. Interesting. Like, it really is an interesting take, Kenny. Ali versus Wesley. Looks like that's where we're setting up. Akira Tozawa or Ali, KJ and Nick. Who's better? Well, listen, I called Akira the ninja for 2.5 years because we only ever saw him in pajamas, like Wendy Chu. Akira's another guy that could come back to NXT and kind of have some fun with him. He has no place. He's a glorified jobber, great for main event and house shows. But what are you going to do? You're going to put the IC title on Tozawa? No. Or maybe put him in a tag team if you can find, somebody that counters him like Regal and we'll come back. I can see his face. Help me. Ali and Wesley down the road. I love it. He has never won a title in WWE at all. Brock did tell him to get a life. Looks like he's just going to do that. Well, I mean, it was funny because when he gave that promo, the dirt sheets blew up and they were like, his contract's expiring. That's why he's doing this. Come on, guys. Here he goes. Maybe his contract is close to ending, but this is good for him. He's never going to make it. I wouldn't say never make it on the main roster, but where do you put him on the main roster that he makes sense? Here, he can be competitive. Like, I love Tyler Bate and Wes Lee, but they're tiny. They're little guys, man. My boy Greek Savage will be hosting my official podcast soon. Marty Jannetty? No. Get the fuck out of here. Legit? Vince is soon to be just an employee once Endeavor takes over. Marty, the only reason I asked twice is we've had so many names show up in this chat that are generally not who they say they are. That's kind of funny. Vince is soon just to be an employee once Endeavor takes over. I wouldn't go as far as just an employee. Tyler Bate with the pin, by the way. 1, 2, 3, out. So Schism loses again. They've been pretty much null and void. The Dyad doesn't win very often. Jacy lost on the weekend. I still feel like, oh, son of a bitch. Ivy Nile beating the hell out of Ava Rain. Who's this hooded chick? We're trying to figure it out, Smile Mark. It's coming soon. Blair Davenport is an interesting one. Aaliyah is actually really interesting. I'll give my man credit. Oh, Gacy's back. All right. So Ali going after Jacy. All right, 2-0, 2-0. I'm going to take a win on that one. I don't think I made a prediction, but I did say the Dyad never wins. Chris, I just don't like how the crowd is cheering for Ali all of a sudden like a hero. Why wouldn't they, though, Chris? I get he came from NXT and 205 Live, but everything he has done to get over and proves the crowd is fickle. I don't know. I kind of disagree with you on this one, Chris, just in the sense that here's a guy that you watched on the main roster, on the big show for a while, whether varying degrees of success. You just saw him on a pay-per-view fighting Gunther. Now he's back here in developmental. You kind of get a pop for that no matter who it is, right? When Apollo came down, we were all like, oh, shit. When Mandy came down, like, there's a reason why, right? And now you think, if he would have came out and hit Wesley, he probably wouldn't have got the cheers that he's getting right out of the gate. He comes out, he pops Joe Gacy, the fans pop with him. I'm okay with that. I don't think that's fickleness. I think that's the fans following the direction of the show, realistically. They want you to cheer for Ali right now. What's this one? Where do you see Jordynne Grace heading when she's ready to return? Listen, this is a great question, Mulder. I think Grace would do phenomenal anywhere she wants to go. I think she'll be outstanding if she signed with AEW. I think, knowing the WWE, they would probably try and put her into NXT first. She might not love that idea. She might feel like she's past that. I don't know. I don't want to speak on behalf of the lady. But if she came into NXT and then worked her way up to the main roster, I think that works. If she stays in Impact, it works. She is a force. And earlier this year, she had really good matches with Matt Cardona. Like, she is something else. So I want to see where she ends up. It's curious times, but there's a good chance she ends up back where she belongs. Like, not where she belongs, but back where she came from in Impact. She has roots there. She stands out there. She's a big fish in a small pond. I don't know. She would do well. I think either major company would be smart to offer her some money. Could it be Xia Li? Smart Mark. That's interesting because we had Xia Li come out with the hood on before. And, she helped Damage Control. We never explained why. We don't know, and then she kind of just faded away again. Xia Li is not bad. Here's a lady who's never really got a fair shake. When she did move up to the main roster, as much as I kind of like her, I didn't like her running around with the swords and the blades, and I hate all the props. Tiffy-bration, guys, that is fucking funny. I can't believe they called it a Tiffy-bration. Welcome to Party with Marty podcast. All right, okay. All right.
I am in no way the masked attacker. Oh, wait. Hold on. Sorry. Wrong. All right. I turned it on. All right,
you look all kinds of funny, my friend.
Yeah. No, I am in no way the masked attacker, and you cannot prove it. If the mask don't fit, you must acquit.
There you go. Tyler Bate and Wes Lee win.
Besides, my name's Big Nate. You think I'm that size? My guy.
The camera takes away 40 pounds.
It adds on. No, it does the opposite. It adds on like 20 pounds or something.
What else we got? MJF versus Roman Reigns. If it happens, Roman lose world title. Kenny, I didn't mind the WCW, ECW kind of shout. That was an interesting take. MJF, 2024. I don't think he's leaving AEW, guys. I don't.
He leaves it with the title?
You just up and leaves?
Just takes his ball and goes home?
Well, we've already saw that, Tony doesn't have a whole lot of control on this, man.
Earmuffs, Tony, earmuffs.
Oh, my God. I would have pushed him over.
As we've got
earmuffs?
We're getting a replay from Battleground of Dempsey and Gulak right now holding class for Chase U.
They're picking on Thea. So did Gulak and how is Dempsey, like, are they taking over Chase U?
Yeah, because didn't they won, I believe.
Earlier today. So Thea someone give that squirrel a nut.
Pause the fuck on that. Someone clip that already right there. I need that as like a ringtone or something. That's going to be one of the greatest clips in this show's history. What the fuck was that, my guy?
He was just there, like
perfect. It was perfect.
He just literally looked like
I can't let that slide.
Like, you know, when you look out back of your house and there's a squirrel sitting there and it's just shoving. Anyway, let's go. Moving on.
Well, Drew is a substitute teacher. There we go. Thank you.
Is that what's happening?
Apparently.
What's going on, Trey? Oh, never mind.
Wait, where's Trey?
Nick's a gem. Of course, you click on that.
Trey, what up, everyone? What up, my guy? I think KJ prefers the term pain in the ass, but we'll go with gem for now.
He's a gem, guys. He's a diamond in the rough. He's my buddy.
Is this tying this back into all the Prince Ali and fucking Aladdin singing that I've been doing since Saudi?
I'm not rubbing your lamp if that's what you're asking.
Oh, I don't know. You wanted to give a squirrel a nut here, so.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yes, and I came back just in time for the tiffabration. So I guess if you do want to,
I might have to leave you for a moment.
I was gonna say I might need a moment. I may have timed it incorrectly. Actually, I might have needed a private moment here for this, but
right. Do you think the crowd go crazy? I return Mandy Rose attacker. Make it. Oh, are you claiming to be the attacker, or are you blaming
Mandy Rose? Yes, they would go crazy, and so would the police, Mick. Don't do that. But if Mandy Rose returned and she was the attacker, I pop this, man. I love it. Then yes,
I got a mental picture, Nick.
Yeah, I know too. But good googly moogly. I'm taking all the mental pictures right now with Tiffany Stratton coming out. Being honest.
All right, bro.
How you doing?
Enjoy.
Yeah, trust me, I will. And it's so interesting to me, and I'm starting to see more of this comparison, especially she hits the prettiest moonsault ever. I mean, she's a super athletic blonde, all of that. She plays a bit of Daddy's Girl, which Charlotte Flair did initially, and she won the first time Charlotte won a championship was in a tournament for the NXT Women's Championship. But Tiffany's actually admitted that she kind of looked at a girl like Charlotte, and that was her inspiration, and that's what got her into professional wrestling. But yes, it is time for a Tiffany epiphany. So I almost want to say strap in and strap on, but I think KJ's caused enough pause moments for the night. But I like she's out here and she's got nothing but huge pictures of herself behind her, and she's actually doing a good job. She's mentioning of, you know, how everybody else has held this title, legends, Charlotte, Asuka, etc. I'm going to show why I deserve to be NXT Women's Champion. I'd like to see it. Now we have the Barbie Hayden copycat. No, she can actually really go in the ring. I know she's a good eye to look at, but 100% she can go in the ring. Coral Jade will come confront Tiffany, but that's a heel on a heel. Pause. I don't know if that's a good call. Oh, she's in. Well, this might happen, honestly, Small Mark, because she's inviting out the entire NXT women's roster to celebrate their new women's champion. Trey saying Ludwig Kaiser's one lucky guy to have her. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, I mean, it depends on if you ask KO and Sammy, because, you know, they always hear from Slender Man, but they want to hear from the bald guy. All right, this is. Oh, come on out, guys. You look so cute. Look at your little faces. And this is, as much as it is even grating a little bit to me, I will admit, but that's what she's supposed to do as this heel, and she does it great. Of people forget you're supposed to boo the heels. The heels aren't just badasses that you think are cool and aren't the baby faces. No, heels are supposed to be people you can't stand to see, that, you know, you want to just boo incessantly every time they're on screen. Why do you think Roman Reigns acts like such a prick, even to his own siblings, and you get the whole gaslighting everything? MJF does it constantly, and he has so many moments to where you literally just want to boo the man. Granted, not I, but they're trying to get heat, and you need to actually like just instead of just, oh, I can't stand him. That's the fucking point. Bro, Tiffany voice, cue the Triple X music. Oh, Chris, keep it to yourself here. What happened to Clistradamus? He took an extra pause for the cause here. He's still kicking and everything like that. He's still got, everything going on. We still got plenty of things moving on behind the scenes. Trust me, I have to keep saying this all the time. Big things popping, little things stopping up, but something never sleeps. What? Plus, we might got, that website coming, everything like that. I might be working on that. What? Spoiler. What? You didn't hear from me. What? David, are you guys going to watch the season premiere of Dark Side of the Ring? David, we might actually, when KJ comes back, remind me of that, and we'll talk about that. I think we might have to try and find a way of how we're going to watch that. We get the confetti and the balloons as all the NXT women's roster. Well, some of them, I don't think all. Is that ringside? And Thea Hale is the one to jump right now. Roxanne Perez and Elektra Lopez. So they're crashing a Tiffany Epiphany. How dare they? You put some respect on Tiffany's name. Who just hit that baseball slide? I know that wasn't there. And so everybody's united against Tiffany, but this is what gets Tiffany over is you have the entire women's locker room out there putting this woman over as everybody's taking a shot, or everybody should be trying to come at the fucking champion. That's what's missing lately in professional wrestling. Oh, Trick's on the phone. Oh, we're pulling up on y'all afterwards. Just keep the bottles on ice. I feel like we could be setting a mood here. I hope we didn't talk this into existence, but I feel like we might have. What if this whole faction behind Noam Dar is set up to be around Trick? That could be very much be a thing once he ends up turning on Carmelo, because right now they're all talking with Trick right now, minus Noam. All right. I don't know if Aura's putting on an accent or what, but he kind of sounds like Eddie Murphy from Welcome to America a little bit. Just saying. Unfortunately, Dark Side of the Ring new season starts tonight. Oh God. So maybe when does it start? Let us know. Time for Tammy Cinch to be exposed even more tonight. No, I don't. We've seen enough of Tammy. I don't want to see any more, especially right now. And honestly, I'm going to say my opinions and my thoughts and feelings on Tammy as respectfully as I can, as I've got Noam Dar warming up backstage and cut to Carmelo. But yeah, she kind of justifiably and deservedly needs to just stay behind bars and just kind of that's what Tammy Cinch is very much what I worried about, and I'm honestly somewhat amazed, and I'll say this as respectfully as I can, didn't happen to Jeff Hardy, honestly. And that's why I wasn't a big fan of AEW bringing him back. And especially now we've got him just hanging around his brother, doing nothing into random spot matches and spot fucking booking and high spots for no goddamn reason and no payoff. As I'm getting an advertisement for Money in the Bank live Saturday, July 1st. Is it going to be in the afternoon again? Because it's in the UK, so it might be brunch with the boys. Excuse me, five time brunch with the boys champion. Why? Let's be honest, all the women look like heels now. Little bit. Kenny, Jimmy and Jay versus Roman and Solo at Money in the Bank. The Usos. Will Roman Reigns and Solo and Paul Heyman return? I don't know. I think we're still setting up to just Jimmy versus Roman, and maybe if we want to stretch it, will be the special guest referee. But I still don't even know if we're going to stretch it that far. But I am in commercial break, so I will remind everybody, if you have not done so already, I see about 40 people kicking around. If you have not done so, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Christ, we had allegedly, Marty Jannetty. He finally pulled himself out of that pane of glass from Brutus the Barber Beefcake's, barbershop there after Shawn Michaels super kicked him and hopped in the chat. So we are the wrestling channel that the wrestlers watch. We're the wrestling channel that, the people in attendance watch. We are doing it better than anybody and everybody. So be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe, and smash that like button, ring the bell, all that, click all the links. 100%. This is an awful segment. What is me talking about the channel? What? How dare you? I'm kidding. Mick saying, hey, Nick, we'll be cool one day. Well, thank you, Mick, for letting me know that one day I will be cool. I do appreciate that and be on the channel. Well, it did take a couple of days, but I did end up on the channel. But I do appreciate you letting me know one day I will be cool. But no, I love you, guy. But so as we're just about a little under 15 minutes past the first hour of NXT, how are you guys feeling so far about NXT coming out of NXT Battleground? Of very much like how Monday Night Raw, everybody got a little bit on it of, well, it didn't build a ton of stories, all of that. But it's still, it just came out of the pay-per-view. You got to give it some time to breathe. I don't know if NXT's allowed that same bit of time to catch its breath quite so much, because it's still a little bit the developmental brand. But it does have fewer premium live events, I think. But so far, I personally think it's been all right. I think we've got the potential. It might just be what we maybe fantasy book, but it's got the potential to, be a pretty good NXT episode. And I do like the Tiff-bration there. It shows, like I said, of everybody, every woman on that roster is going after her as they should and views her as a threat. It's interesting that we're getting Noam Dar versus Carmelo. I think that might, like KJ said, might be a little bit of a speed bump feud of just one of those of you pick up a quick win after you've had this kind of drawn out story between him and Braun. Get a couple quick, easy wins. Still interested, depending on what we see happen later tonight, still interested that the weaponized cage match, and that's their term, not ours, the weaponized cage match kicked off the show. But I'm happy Gigi won, as now we're shilling for the Undertaker One Dead Man shows. I still honestly would love to catch one, just can record it and put it on a DVD, because you can all go to Taker's TED Talk. Trick risen up the ladies. Yeah, 100%. Aaron, who's still green, is who. The Dark Side of the Ring episode is on Tammy and Chris Candido. I'd rather watch about Chris Candido. Honestly, I know, and even he wasn't the greatest about versus Tammy Cinch. And I think it was KJ actually called it of next week, I believe we're getting a NXT number one contenders battle royal. And so Danny Palmer out here. And who in the Rudy Blue hell is Danny Palmer?
I thought Danny was the possibly the one in the hood.
No one knows who Danny is, so I believe it, I guess. She's saying how she's not leaving till she finds out, because
we're about to find out.
For Ruka. Well, we did see Ali show up, so maybe, I told you all along. I called it, and maybe it actually fucking happens. He was supposed to be the hacker.
Yeah,
so
right.
Now he's just the woman attacker.
He's supposed to be the hacker, but he's the woman attacker.
Oh, we've got the videos of, and now they're even pulling back videos from house shows.
I'm okay with that. With that.
Mike, what up, my guy? Bobby, what up? Yeah, Steve, Gigi won. Oh, we've got blondish hair. You can see that.
Blonde.
Blondish. Who is she?
Aaliyah.
It's Vince, correct? It was me, Austin. It was
Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport is here.
It was me, CJ. It was me all along.
Wow. Wow.
I dig it. I dig it.
Blair.
I like it. I didn't think they'd give it to her. I thought they might have made a more of a. Then again, this is a hell of a way to make a statement.
Welcome back, says the crowd. Cheeky Dolan won. She did, Mike. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well.
We got Eddie Thorpe backstage with Social Gathering right now.
One of the best names we've come up with.
You came up with that one, actually.
I wasn't sure. We both say so much shit.
Yeah, that's honestly, you could say at this point, honestly, you could say CJ said it and we believe you.
Damon.
Yeah, but no, I do like, as much as I know I called Ali all of that and everything, I do really like that it was Blair Davenport. I think that's fantastic, and somebody might need to still play peacemaker between me and CJ for about 24 hours.
This is gonna be funny. I want to see if this man's awake or around or alive.
Right? At this point, I can't even remember what we initially argued about outside of her.
I can't even remember how it started.
Not even what I'm mad at.
I think it was something to do with like NXT UK wasn't really a brand, and then...
yeah, he went to bat. That's what it really it started off of. He went to bat for NXT UK, and then it boiled down to Blair Davenport for some reason. But speaking of how you were talking about Mark Coffey or Joe Coffey, sorry, earlier, we've got Joe coming out right now.
Yeah, Joe Coffey. I'm a big fan of Joe Coffey. I'm a big fan of Gallus in general. I like what they've done. And yeah, part of me kind of hoped, I mean, we're getting the Shrek vibe, so get out my swamp.
Right. But I was going to say, are you a big fan of Joe Mama? Joe's Mama. I'm a big fan of Joe Mama.
Joe Mama. You better not.
So we're getting Joe Coffey versus Stacks. So this is going to be quick, I feel.
It should be. And we haven't got any update on Tony D. Now, I assumed it was Stacks, but they're still playing it up like it wasn't.
Well, yeah. Well, the most you saw was just him getting his, mugshots taken behind the craft paper.
CJ says, give her a kiss for me.
How you doing?
I called Blair. I think Blair was one of the key suspects. Someone brought up Miku as well, but yeah, it turns out it's Blair.
Adamora?
Yeah. Nah. You had me sold on Aaliyah. I was like, that would have been kind of cool. But then
I honestly kind of halfway forgot about Blair.
When Blair got in that, like after she hit the move and then she got in her stance, it was like, oh, that's Blair. And then poof, here we go.
See, I like that they had a little bit of like just the blonde tuft there.
Yeah.
Just to sell that, and then it becomes something else. I dig it.
Yep. Folks, we will take your predictions. If you're new here, I see around 40 people hanging out tonight. If you are new here, we take a prediction on all the matches. If you're lazy, you can give us a 2 for 2 stack or a J for Joe. And if you're not lazy, you can just tell us who you think. Like Dale says Joe for the win.
We got a cup of Joe. What? Are we getting
Joe for the
Cora
win?
Jade versus Ivy Nile later tonight? Why?
A little go for coffee.
Cup of coffee. For coffee.
Go for coffee.
That's what y'all just talk amongst yourselves. We'll just pull the chat up on the screen and we'll both just go for a pause. Literally, you can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
Yeah, it was definitely not going to be Mandy Rose. I think if Mandy Rose comes back, I actually think that if they talk her back into a contract, it would have to be a WWE contract, not an NXT contract.
Yeah.
And I think that, I mean, she's so noteworthy at this point. But, dude, if she's showing more than the WWE wants, then might not happen.
Is she noteworthy or notorious? Sonic Boom says Joe for the win. Now, I got to ask, I know you kind of have a bogus Sonic there as your profile picture. Is it Sonic Boom because of Sonic the Hedgehog, or is it Sonic Boom because of Street Fighter?
Yeah, is it a Guile thing?
Right. I love that you fucking got that. Yes,
of
let's
course.
Go. This is why
let's
we're
go. Sonic Boom. Man, this is my childhood.
Yeah, what? No, Dyad and Ali. Well, he's recovering after this, man. Did you watch the war that him and Ilya put themselves through? I sat there and we're hitting coast to coast into the ring steps and everything. And we all know that those weigh 1,000+ pounds.
Yeah, and that's been the formula for NXT for a long time, Nick, is like you don't get everybody every week. Like you kind of they rotate in and out, which they should. You Tony take notes. Oh, ugly drop kick though. Lots of daylight on that one. Joe out to the floor. I got a feeling there's a commercial coming.
I was gonna say, well, speaking of ugly, someone asked if we were gonna cover there we go. Yes. Speaking of commercials, but speaking of ugly, someone while you were on your pause was gonna ask if we were gonna watch the most recent or the premiere episode of Dark Side of the Ring tonight, which is about Tammy and Candido. So
yeah. Here, well, I mean, watch it with everybody. I'm definitely gonna watch it, but I believe it's on at 10 o'clock on Vice. I don't know how. I don't know. We've never watched like a biography while we were live.
And so now they're showing replays, folks, of when he was at ECW.
Right. I mean,
it's one of those where we have to figure out the logistics of pulling it up and not getting copyright flagged, I feel.
Yeah.
Like we talk over it enough. But even then, do you really want to know any more about Tammy, or is she kind of just sketched out of your mind? I feel like
yes, wrestling. Yes and no. In the sense that yes, I agree. I think when I came back, just before I came back, I heard you talk about, Tammy is Tammy. But I think this dark side is more about Chris, right? Like Chris ends up being the tragic story because we lost him. Like, and Chris had a lot of talent. And Tammy kept going. And we saw the downfall of Tammy. But
Chris had a lot of demons too before he passed.
Well, that's the thing. And if you do remember, and I know I've heard Jim Cornette talk about both of them, knows them both very well.
Right.
That they were squeaky clean when he met them. They were just like a young couple in love. And she became the most clicked on woman on the internet back in the day when we were just getting AOL and shit. And she really was. She was at Carmen Electra level, and it changed everything.
Do they have a bit of a parallel? And I know it's not a complete one, but with like a Pam and Tommy. I guess Luna is probably the best one to ask a little bit about this.
Right? Where's Luna?
But just they became literally, I'll say this, and hopefully the algorithms don't catch it, but sex, drugs, and rock and roll pretty much incarnate of just that. With you replace rock and roll with pro wrestling.
Yeah, I think if Chris Candido had hit kind of a higher level, I see the comparable for sure.
Right. But ECW, Richard, what up? My theory is that Dijak turned D'Angelo in. He's all about justice. Yeah, he's the Dijakinita. Yeah, you need to do it. Realtor Smoking Show.
My favorite.
I feel like that's just words thrown together. Wrong. The admitted some key facts in the Flair episode. No, he's arguing. They're arguing amongst themselves. Let's not get involved.
Oh, okay.
Dijak and D'Angelo aren't cool. Maybe we get Dijak versus D'Angelo 3. Oh, just give me the Soprano stereotype meets the Terminator stereotype, and I might self-implode.
You just explode.
Right. Spontaneously combust.
Right.
Sunny was the most downloaded and searched woman on the internet at one point. Like, damn, that's impressive.
It really was, man. And you remember being a young wrestling fan. Sunny's.
Yeah, you had dial-up. You could only search 3 people, and she was one of the 3.
It took 11 minutes to download a picture of her. 11, sorry.
She was the most searched because it wasn't that hard to fucking search, and you could always convince your parents if I was checking the weather report, if I was seeing if it was going to be sunny out.
Right. Yeah.
I was looking for sunny days.
Oh.
We would have all thought Martha, as we're back from commercial, but we would have all thought Martha Hart was the Canadian Karen Grinch. No, we wouldn't have. if it not for Dark Side of the Ring, she finally got to tell the truth on why she wants nothing to do with the company who was irresponsible. Yes and no, but no.
Yeah, no, to a point because of the narrative, right? Like, oh, well, we never, it's her fault that we have no presence of Owen in the WWE.
Justifiably.
Yeah, but now she got to tell the counter. So I like what Dave's saying there for sure. Listen, every time you do a biography or an auto pick or something like that, you're going to miss something or you're going to change. Like,
there's a slant in every story.
Absolutely. The thing for me with any of this is I love that it opens up conversations. I learned shit from this show. I'm straight up. There's angles and parts of, I mean, we even talk about like Bruiser Brody and,
right.
They covered Owen. They've covered a lot.
Oh, 100%. I love, and that's, I think, part of too of even why we like guys like Cornette and JR and go through more of the back catalog of learning the territory stuff that we weren't just around for, or learning the inside out stuff and everything like that. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to, discredit Martha or anything like that. I don't know why I almost called her Karen, but
someone else did.
To me, it's one of those that I would have justifiably understood Martha Hart regardless of that, but it is still nice to hear.
Well, again, and you understand why why she is the way she is, and she has every right to be disappointed, upset, frustrated, and had every right to go through the process that she went through. Coffey and Two Stack are putting on a good match, guys.
Yeah, it's Jamaican me crazy out here with these Coffey references.
Some Jamaican coffee. Oh,
right.
Yo, did you see that?
Brandon Dijak kind of more reminds me of Drago and Rocky IV.
No,
if he dies, he dies. Yeah, but he's not Russian. He doesn't have the blonde hair. Where was it? Well,
did
Mike
you just see that botch?
No, I was talking.
Anyone else out there see two dimes go down like a sack of potatoes?
Sack of potatoes. Into the ring steps. But Dijak reminds me of Stallone and Cobra. Yeah, again, he's just last action hero come to pro wrestling.
Right. He definitely looks like the cover of Cobra. The mirrored glasses and the machine gun.
I must break you. Now, if we're going.
Oh, shit.
Discus, clothesline. Uno, dos, tres.
Goodbye. So Two Stacks went for the clothesline, like where, hits them with the clothesline, takes everybody over the top rope. Joe didn't go anywhere. Two Stacks did.
He zigged when he should have zagged. Well, Larry agreed with you. Larry said he saw it.
Right.
Now, wait. Now, do they do like AEW and they show the replay of the botch like they did with Jeff Hardy?
Oh, my God.
They did that man no service. We're going to replay where this man caught all or nothing.
Man, that was a funny production decision. Yeah, that man just ate shit and completely fell on his face. Can we show it again, please? And they didn't on this show.
Right. Yeah, that's how you actually try and salvage your professional wrestlers instead of here's my guy with substance abuse issues. Let me, just sit here and replay a highlight of him being clumsy in the ring.
Oh my God, this story's still going, bro. I'm so over this. Can Von Wagner just kick this guy in the face and move on? Like, fuck, this baby picture story's killing me.
No, he's keeping him a secret from the fucking Smithsonian Museum because he's the fucking missing link out here.
Encino Man!
Right.
Buddy.
Robert Stone is the weasel.
Gonna squeeze the cheese.
This man's fucking forehead. Good googly moogly. How do they not have a Geico fucking deal with this man?
Yeah, how's he not doing the Geico? He has the most muscular eyebrows I've ever seen in my life. Like, was he confused a lot as a child? Because he developed some strong eyebrow muscles.
He just always scowled at everything, so it's just all forehead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Everyone's beautiful in their own way.
I am not an animal. Fucking John Merrick.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, right.
Von Wagner. I am not an animal.
Look.
Fuck off, Boston. He got lip injections in his brows.
Right.
Them bushy ass eyebrows. He's like, well, it's around here somewhere.
He is the most. Oh, there's Ilya.
Why? What in the fucking name of Jason Bourne is going on with these segments, though?
I like this.
It's good, but it's literally, it's like, where's Jason Statham and fucking Matt Damon and everything? Like,
but you know what they're doing here, though, Nick? As a fan of the storytelling, like,
yeah, they're pre-shooting their next WWE straight to DVD movie.
That's what we said. He's
the Dijacinator. Yeah,
he's Dragunov. The fucking I must break you.
Yeah, he's the Russian mobster. Yeah,
but he's on the phone with his kid. They're bringing Ilya's just not a crazy guy. He's a guy doing this for his family. He's like, I like this.
Oh, it's good, but just the cinematography and everything, and just
it's excellent.
Oh, it's excellent, but like I said, it literally looks like stuff out of what you'd see of like. I'm waiting for someone to pull up and just, God damn it, it's Ilya Dragunov.
I have a specific set of skills.
They involve bruising and losing to Walter.
Wow.
Ilya is amazing. That's why I don't want him lost in this whole Imperium shuffle.
I think it works.
Get Alexander Wolf on the phone.
Wolf hurt himself bad.
So he can't stand at ringside. Can the man stand upright? Can the man at least sign his name on a contract and we'll wait till he heals?
He might be. I don't know where he's at.
He's done. It's that level?
I have no idea. I haven't. It was my turn to watch him. Von Wagner going to visit Dr. Shelby.
No, he's hi everybody. I'm Dr. Nick.
Yeah, Dr. Nick gave him lip injections. Oops.
What? So I heard you wanted to enhance some body parts. Oopsie, sorry. I stabbed you in the forehead.
Von Wagner's been hanging out with Natalia and Dina Brooke too much. Ouch, but maybe.
Oh. Geico, it's so easy. Von Wagner could use it. He's got to insure that forehead. That forehead's high-end real estate. Think of how many advertisements and billboards you could put up there.
The generation of Jade. Blech.
Well, I'm glad we missed that generation, I guess.
What is it that people like about her? Is she good? Is she good in the ring? Not really. Is she a good promo? Definitely not.
See, I was there and I was giving her the credit, and it's just more of like, well, they keep putting her out there, so there's got to be getting something. And the more I listen to you and the more I've been hearing, I'm just like, I've just been excusing a lot of sloppy jalopiness.
I just don't get like, and I get, listen, like I say all the time, different strokes.
Cringy Cora time, yes.
Right? I just don't see what people see. Like I don't, even when I see, you know, when she's trying to sell the sex appeal, doesn't move the needle, literally.
That's fine. She doesn't see it either with that black eye, so. Gilly's saying she's thing hot. That's all that matters. No,
but she's not.
She's dating Braun. She's dating Braun Breaker.
Dude, there's like 45 women that I can name before Cora Jade on the hot chart.
Well, different strokes for different folks, but she's 2023 Avril Lavigne. She was a skater girl. Her board said, "See you later, girl." It was made of paper mache.
It wasn't good enough.
No.
Cora for the win. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna go against Cora just because I don't like her.
Yeah. Well, I was praising Ivy, so I got to go with her too.
All right. How about the? Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. They just like Cora because she has the AJ Lee aesthetic.
Isn't but so does.
Yeah, Roxy kind of has that. Well, Christ, Sky Blue has that. They could assign her. They were kind of doing that with Bailey a little bit.
I would take Sky Blue over Cora Jade.
Hot skater chick. Well, because she got that wagon. But anyways, the generation of Jade, as if yawn emoji.
Bobby not having it.
I'll still say Tiffany Stratton's push is due to her new assets. No, I don't think those are new. I think they just finally Sean it caught into his fucking field of vision with them cross eyes.
Oh my God. I don't think so, guys. Listen, I was a hater of Tiffany Stratton when they first brought her in and they were doing like the daddy stuff. It was just so over the top and so cringy. But this is Tiffany. Like someone earlier said, she needs a little work on her promo. No, that's her promo. That's her.
It's like, supposed to be aggravating.
Like I heard her on Busted Open twice, and she's that. That is her.
She's even said, I don't do a character. I just do me. And she's super athletic just because she's, the blonde bombshell of that. Yeah. She emulates and she takes after a lot of Charlotte Flair. She said that's someone that she looks up to. And you at this point can start to really see it.
Well, did you see that big jump up? Like the jump up moonsault is beautiful.
The prettiest moonsault ever is what she calls it.
Yeah, it's a great name. Like she's athletic. She does athletic shit in the ring, so I can't hate her the way I want to. I might not like her personality, but I'm not supposed to.
You're right. That's the thing is you can, if she was just a Barbie doll or just looked like a Barbie doll, but was an Eva Marie and stiffer than a $2 bill in the ring and everything, that'd be one thing. But she looks like that and can go in the goddamn ring. That's the thing.
I'm going to click on this one, folks. We are in a commercial break. We got about 25 minutes left in this particular stream.
Fair enough, David, but we halfway agree with you with XPW. That's why at times we've covered it, but then kind of lost our way with it. And it all took Masada setting himself on fire. I feel we might have jumped shit before then, but
I think Coffey killed it for us going back to XPW.
Yeah, they squeezed the juice out of the fucking life of that bitch.
It's a train wreck. Brandon, are you doing Dynamite tomorrow? Folks, we do all the shows all week, every week. We're here for everything. We're even here on Thursdays for Impact. Friday, we do both shows when they are both shows, but we do not stop. We'll be here on the weekend for pay-per-views. We got so much coming your way, so much lined up in June that we're going to dive into, and me and that pretty face and God knows who else will be on this channel to say hello. Do not miss a thing. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. We are the alternative commentary to all the wrestling. We watch more live wrestling than any other channel, period.
Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Nobody does it like we do. Absolutely. Well, I was going to say, of your favorite show is coming up, I think, this weekend of the Crockett Cup, night 1 and night 2.
I'm so... me and you will talk after tonight, and
I am so unenthused, and I don't blame you because you've got Billy Corgan out there saying if you're not a fan of Tyrus as his world champion, you're not a pro wrestling fan.
Yeah,
and his audience instantly diminished to 2 people, Tyrus and him.
Yeah, the bold statement, bold strategy, Cotton.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him.
But yeah, man, you're not wrong in the sense of there's been a distinct drop off from NWA. I love the Crockett Cup. I was a fan of NWA. If you guys go back in our archives, some of the early streams, I talk a lot about if you're sleeping on NWA pay-per-views, you're missing amazing wrestling. And then 2023 has not been the year for Billy Corgan.
Dive bomb.
And it's not just because of Tyrus. It's how it all played out and how the rest of the round Tyrus.
That was just the last. That was the straw that broke the camel's back here. Yeah. But Ivy for the win. Cora's just a little too thin for me. Pause. Accusations. We're not going to talk about
There's
that.
There's nothing to her. There's no wagon. There's no front end. What are we looking at? Anyway, Cora.
It's just the engine block. There's no fucking bumpers. None of that. Ivy for the win. Need me some Tequila Lions.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Davenport put her on the sideline, so we're going to be potentially gearing up towards Nikita versus Davenport. And sign me up.
And that's where we say, like, different strokes for different folks. Like, yes, give me some Nikita all day, every day.
Tequila Lions. Not going to lie, I like me some Lyra, too. Fair enough. You like the cacao?
I'm a big fan of feathers, downfill things.
Birdman.
She goes well with my pillows.
That's how you don't have to pay for goose down feather or for feather down pillows and everything. You just steal it off her outfit. Sew that bitch up. You're good.
We're good. Oh, no, don't. Never mind. Moving on.
Okay.
The one whose name should not be said.
Voldemort.
I missed the question mark. What's up, Aaron? How you doing, A-Town?
Wait, what? What are we with question marks? Are we resting in peace in question marks?
I have no idea. Mike's having a good time. We appreciate the laughter.
Yeah, we try to. Where's like Mike and them that always put, well, not that Mike, but like the other Mike that normally shows up on the weekends.
Like Mike?
So it's like, yeah, like Mike, Bow Wow with the Jordans on. That's always like, I know I say this a lot, but KJ and Nick are funny. It's like, well, that's kind of the purpose here.
I don't know if we're funny, but I know we're definitely talking.
We talk a lot, and some people just seem to like it, so we just keep showing up.
Cora right now kind of in control of Ivo as she. Oh, you got the roll up.
Two count.
There you go. Two count.
Well, is it like just the giant braid with the little side braid? Sorry, that makes Ivy to me look like Beth Phoenix, just the mini version. She's like how Tyler Bates mini Hammerstone. This is mini Beth.
I like Ivy. I really do, and I kept joking that I wanted to see Paige versus Ivy, but Paige didn't even have an official match. I don't think. Ever.
Well, is it official if it's in AW?
No.
I'm sure I halfway set you up poorly for that one.
Ivy Nile. Why is everyone a cheap ripoff of somebody? Ivy Nile is a cheap ripoff of Molly Holly, yawn, vile, Molly Holly, better wrestler. I mean, she's a young and up-and-coming star. I get no Molly Holly vibes off her.
Not at all, but we're setting up to a Ivy Nile versus Ava Rain feud.
Yeah, well, she came out and jumped her earlier tonight.
Is it me or does Ava Rain, and I get she's obviously still very green, but, well, that stems from Battleground, as we've got the DDT from Cora as she tries to look sexy with the look back. Trying to put the one cheek in the air. But
Cora gets the win.
Is it still, though, anything with me of that to where Ava still always, you remember like when the Great Khali would come out and he still always halfway looked like a little bit awkward of when he's trying to like throw someone in the turnbuckle. It's like, wait, I'm supposed to like hands work now, please.
Yeah.
That's a little bit how Ava still looks.
Hank and Tank.
They just punched out of the fucking time clock and they're backstage at NXT.
They look definitely fresh off catering.
Well, one looks fresh off an assembly line. The other one looks fresh out of a fucking.
I was gonna say fresh out.
Yeah, fresh out.
Period.
Perfect. What in the name of CMT Fast and the Furious are we watching right now? Because is Tank Dom Toretto and Hank is supposed to be Paul Walker's character here?
I think they just dropped the last names and legit start calling them Hank.
They're literally doing did we just become best friends right now?
Yeah, they are.
Bro.
Oh, bro, I thought that was Velveteen Dream.
Don't put that evil on me. Don't put that.
Dude, I thought why do they got? Is that Malik or Idris?
That's Inove. Remember, that's the one that everyone jumped on the fucking
tattoo,
story with the WWE tattoo. Shout out to boy Will.
They changed his attire, so he kind of when he walked by, he had the glasses and the necklace. I thought it was fucking
favorite day to work out. Potato. That's what they're doing right now. But
I think I'm 2-2.
I'm still so fucking funny that they're sitting there doing did we just become best friends? Like they're literally doing that, and this man looks like discount Seth Rogen.
So their social gathering.
Okay.
Sorry, they were already
and Malik Blade. There we go.
Okay. I haven't seen much of them since I've come back.
That's fine. Well, we're setting up next for Carmelo Hayes versus Noam Dar. And I like this. We're getting a little bit of like the walkouts and everything of you're cutting to them walking through backstage graded. Looks like Carmelo's just walking through everybody's fucking office.
Carmelo's at the dentist.
Yeah.
Hank and Tank. Cora Jade is smoking hot, says Mick. Somebody had a funny comment. We're back on a commercial break, folks. We have our main event coming up next. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. What are you waiting for? And remember, we do appreciate when we put a poll up or when we have one of our videos up or our shorts, make a comment. The algorithm loves comments. So we appreciate all the love from everybody out there. I'm having fun on a Tuesday, and we're back at it tomorrow for Dynamite.
Oh, absolutely. It costs you nothing, but it means the world to us, and it does nothing but help us out and help us grow. So 100% of, even if you can't do the super chats or buy a shirt or anything like that, there's still 10,000 million other ways you can help. Keep us growing, keep this train moving, keep us expanding until it's a global takeover. Why?
Right. We're only just begun, folks. We're just a baby.
Right.
I like this one, but different strokes for different folks. But it's funny how Braun is going out with Cora. If you look at old WCW videos, Scott always had women that kind of look like a taller version of Cora.
Well, I mean, I don't know with Scott. I mean, he praised himself as the big booty daddy.
Yeah, he needs a little bit of booty in his life.
I was gonna say Braun ain't he a little booty daddy. Little booty
Right.
daddy.
Bray what? That's your favorite wrestler. Versus Joe Gacy would be a great match.
Versus Joe Gracie.
Joe Gracie.
Yeah. Jorge Gracie versus Bray Wyatt. No.
Yeah.
I now think that could be a way they salvage it. They just make a new kind of Wyatt family. They give you your Wyatt 6.
They have to do, like, listen, if you're going to reintroduce Bray Wyatt, you have to have something up your sleeve. And I'm sorry, guys, whether you agree or disagree, as a fucking mark for Bray Wyatt for the longest time, if they don't fucking light this guy on fire and send him off like a fucking firecracker, they're going to drop the ball with him. They need him fucking like a rocket up his ass to the fucking moon. He's got to fucking give us a little bit of fucking movement here. He's got to give us something, and it's got to get in the ring, in a fight, in a match. Fuck the theatrics. You can get to that later. But Bray needs to remind everybody he can actually fucking wrestle, and then we'll follow along with what you do next.
WrestleMania 40, night 1. Bray Wyatt versus World Heavyweight Champion TBD. Because I don't think Seth holds it till then. Night 2. I'm
fine with that.
Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed Universal World Heavyweight or WWE Championship.
That's a valid take. And my thought, it's funny that you brought up Cody Rhodes because we talk about building and like killing time to WrestleMania 40 and keeping Cody relevant. Right. I always thought that Bray coming into the fold as like the ultimate dark character plays really well opposite of the ultimate uber fucking apple pie babyface.
Oh, 100%.
So, yeah, just Bray's got to do something. Like, he can't come back and just start doing these soft-spoken promos. He's got to show up, fuck some people up, and then you can tell us some creepy stories.
Well, and Bray could be the little drop of poison that slowly starts to corrupt things. That's the way we thought they initially could have done it. Especially when he comes back, he's the new clean Bray Wyatt. Let me tell you, man, I'm so excited to be back here. This is finally me. I'm able to finally be me. And then you get the little seeds and they slowly corrupt versus just we get the and just, Uncle Howdy's face pops up.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay with it if they have a plan. But again, if they slow play it, I understood why they were kind of slow playing the first time around. But now that we've had this delay and lull, you got to come back with a fucking force. And I have faith. I haven't given up on it, but
right. But we're July 30th. We're getting NXT Great American Bash here.
Yes, it's gonna be fun.
Right. We'll be all out here in the Stars and Stripes, or at least one of us was.
I'll patriot up for you.
So just red and white.
We'll be very red and white on July 1st. Our birthday.
Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
We're gonna have a good old Canadian celebration, eh?
Do I have to say A after every instead of what? I just say A all the time.
Automatically. Yeah.
A.
I'm putting maple syrup in your fucking thermos.
Fuck say, boys. What comes around is all around.
Maple whiskey. You're good to go.
Oh, bro. Don't even tell me. You know for a fact how unofficially Canadian I am, but anyways.
I just realized my birthday's on a Sunday. I wonder what's happening that day.
Help us, Tony Khan. You're only.
Oh, look, I'm curious what's happening on July.
Arrest. Well, Steve's out here saying Triple H and Vince just ruined everybody. They ruined Roman. They ruined Bray. They ruined Cody.
Wait, what's this one? Yeah. You mean the number one star in the business, probably one of the top paid, if not the top paid guy in the business, the guy on a part-time schedule, but still is the champ. You mean the guy
that other legends are saying are the greatest to ever do it?
The guy that's had the belt for 1,000 days, the guy that, the most compelling, most interesting, most click-worthy, noteworthy, holy shit, tune in story in all of wrestling. You're right.
The needle mover. Yeah, they just ruined. The most ruining they did is that they didn't do it earlier.
Right.
Ava versus Ivy. We've got Ivy challenging.
I like the Julius. Is Julius the tall one?
Yes.
He's good, man. He's really good.
I see if you were going to do, like you talked about, like them moving up with like Braun and all of that, of him and Braun as a tag team. If you're going to not give Braun a true singles push right out of the gate, if he moves up, that wouldn't be bad. He's got a little bit of, I feel, an angle-ish tinge to him. It could be the singlet. But I feel like he's got a little bit there.
Next week, Eddie Thorpe's going to take on Damon Kemp. I'm really curious how that.
And we're like you called it though. We're getting a women's championship number one contender battle royal, and we're also getting the return of Ilya.
Ilya coming back. I like what they're doing with Ilya because they're making his presence special. I like it.
Absolutely. But so we're in the ironic part of all this is 8 minutes to spare.
Yeah, coming in late, so maybe we'll see what happens. The ironic part of all this maple talk is I truly don't like maple. Like, I like maple syrup, and that's about it. Like, maple flavored cookies, maple flavored donuts, maple flavor. I'm not sorry.
Is that because just everything there's maple? Like, no. You lick a postage stamp and it's maple flavored. You lick an envelope. It was
rumored that our money smelled like maple. It was true story that they put.
You have money that's called the loony and the toonie. We're it's tiny, beautiful. We're toonie, we're all a little loony.
We got way too much fucking change, but we don't have pennies.
Well, we recognize Pluto around here, I guess. I don't even know if that's accurate. We don't, because that would be the equivalent, I feel, of pennies.
I like the border talk every once in a while.
Listen, I'm over here in New Hampshire where their state motto is live free or die. We have no sales taxes on our rest stops or liquor stores. I'm out here in the fucking wild, wild west in the Northeast.
East.
Yeah, wild.
8-ounce saying trash legend.
Oh.
Rough. Oh, yeah, and then we also have a shit ton of vitamins.
Yeah, you can... I'll take all the maple shit and Jamie's and all of that for the access to vitamins y'all got.
If y'all could see what the corner of this fucking place is, it's just a fucking.
This man worked for a company. Like I'm constantly like, you want to hook me up?
Dude, we got to get you on this side of the border, bro.
Well, if certain people get reelected, well, that might happen.
A Diamond Mind and Schism next week. True story. KJ, Big Nick, calm down. It was a typo. I deleted it.
I don't know where we're coming. I'm calm.
What did we do?
What is this like the other guy? It's the other guys of like, I'm calm, and then like still tase them and everything.
Can't do nothing.
Can't do nothing around here. Listen, Linda. Listen.
Build up Karrion Kross and Bray, but now no Alexa.
I don't like that we're mentioning this.
Is Karrion Kross becoming the new version of Mark Merrow?
No, because Scarlett doesn't wrestle at all. Sable at least started to wrestle.
She never wrestled. Fuck that.
Well, that is true. Could you call what she did wrestling? That's a whole thing.
And yeah, but I was thinking about this earlier because someone else was talking about Karrion Kross and the situation. I'm like, it's got that old vibe of she's gonna start to overshadow him because he never wins and she's always hot.
Well, it's never been booked right, so it's got that Ned Flanders of my favorite wrestler, plain. It's just nothing.
I got Melo for the win, folks. We will take a prediction on this NXT World Title match tonight.
And why is it Carmelo? Give us your best him reference or him name to let us know you're taking Carmelo.
The shock of the fucking year. Dar somehow pulls this off, and Carmelo.
It'll be the quickest end of it. All right, that's been NXT. Have a good night, folks.
Peace. Who else has got Melo? AKJ, I live about 10 minutes from Canadian border. Right on. I like it.
In which state, Aaron? I do ask just because I'm literally only asking because I grew up close to the Canadian border in New York, and that's part of why I probably halfway know all the Canadian shit.
Right. Aaron, one day we'll meet at the border and we'll just pass a J back and forth over the line.
That'll be me and you. That needs to be a moment of just you and I at the border, just smoke sesh back and forth.
Cops show up, you hand it back to me. We're good.
Right. Officer, I don't know what you're talking about. Take the fucking joint.
I've had venison in Vancouver. I've had tacos in Toronto. I was going to say. I've had,
Have you had ham in Hamilton?
I've had ham in Hamilton and muskie in Montreal.
Don't get me on a whole tirade when it comes to
you like venison
like that, because I 100%. I grew up with wild game. I still have to this day a lifetime fish and game license in New York State. My whole family's hunting. Like, I will not lie that right now my freezer is mostly venison, mule deer, elk, all of that. I'm Joe Rogan of wrestling, apparently, somehow, because of how much fucking wild game I have in my freezer. And I just smoke a lot of vitamins.
Simmer down, Dahmer.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I was just kidding. I just thought that's where you were going. What if Carmelo...
I don't have the Coke bottle glasses. No, there's no blue tub around. None of that.
I vouch for you, bro. You're good.
I would fucking hope so, asshole.
What if Carmelo has a faction by the end of the night? I think this match breaks down. Who would Carmelo's faction be?
Well, it would be the Lash and all of that. But what do you think about? I pitched the idea. I think you want to pause because we had all of them as a backstage segment of what if, when Trick turns, that Dar gets the boot. This was all just to prop up everything and set everything in place. And so when Trick turns on Carmelo, that's your faction. Load management with Trick Williams.
Does Dar have to get the boot? That'd be kind of funny. Dar,
he's just the happy-go-lucky Scotsman that they fucking keep around because he talks funny.
Right? It happens.
What are you trying to say?
Every crew's got one, oddball.
Well,
that's the one. The dangerous one you got to watch out. What?
You said every crew's got one oddball. I said, love you too. Love you too.
I mean, CJ's not
going to. If the shoe fits, wear it. I'm a fucking two-step in that bitch.
Yeah, if the jacket fits. I remember Moose Burgers in Montreal. There you go. There you go.
Are we going to just do this of just wild game through Canada?
Through Canada. What time is going to be on tomorrow? Let me know. We're usually on at 8. I'll probably aim to be on a little bit early, folks. So click that little bell. Make sure you're aware we will be here. Never fear.
How you get aware is you hit that, subscribe button. You hit that like button. You hit that bell notification. Aaron saying NY. All right. Nice. Just let me know what town, my guy.
Right.
Because I feel like I'll probably know it. So... And even then, our socials are going if you don't want to do it publicly. But yeah, I'm curious.
D103.5 is my favorite.
It's just one of those of it's so weird to find people that have been there out and about in the abyss of, be one of those, like how you mentioned of how you've met Dale and everything like that. It'd be one of those just happy little quinky dinks.
It's funny, the small world. I mean, well, I bumped into Luna Havoc. We're from the same city. Like, she was just a person. I was just a person. Would have never met. Did this, bumped into each other.
Right. I'm just an AI robot, so I don't count as a person.
I designed them, guys.
I was born this way. I'm a cyborg. Yeah, do it.
Do it. So Darman Carmelo, we're back to I give up. You can tell them what we're up to.
I was going to read the comment as we're back to commercial break of Carmelo Hayes versus Noam Dar. And that springboard back leg drop is still. Carmelo has the best reverse springboard offense. I will say that. If that's such a weird stipulation to put on something, but Small Mark asking, when are the Golden KJs? Match of the year: Sammy versus Roman in Montreal, Charlotte versus Rhea WrestleMania, Bryan Danielson versus MJF Iron Man match, Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre WrestleMania. This man's making up his own category,
right?
I like all of those, by the way. But yes, we will bring back the Golden KJs.
The Golden KJs, the 4 lifeies, guys. If you weren't here last year, we do a halfway awards and then a full year awards. Nick and I will come up with when. It will probably be mid-June. We will look at the calendar, figure out what day is less crowded, and we will be here for the 4 lifeies. It's a good time. We kind of go back through the first 6 months, and then when we do it again in 12 months, it's kind of nice, interesting to compare.
Yeah, we get 2. You get the halfway point, and then we follow up with the end of the year ones.
Yeah, we're greedy like that. So we will
my man's out in Buffalo, so let's go Buffalo. So see, we're friends.
Man, we used to just randomly jump in the car and drive to Buffalo. Hey, let's go to Buffalo, and we just take off because it's like an hour and a half. Hour 20.
Fair enough. We got to the point where I've talked about it. We go to Brockville, Ontario constantly. Just literally cross the fucking St. Lawrence River.
Yeah.
You can literally, I see you.
Yeah. No, we go to Buff because you get cheap Leaf games in Buff. Nobody was going to Buff games. Carmelo, he is okay, but no Booker T. Can you dig it 5 times? I'm not doing it. And best tag team besides. I don't think Carmelo's trying to be Booker T so much, but I think Carmelo's a great up-and-coming talent, guys.
Yeah, not every pro wrestler needs to be the next so-and-so. How about let them be the first so-and-so?
Ooh, that's deep.
Point ahead,
I've never been to Saskatoon.
Saskatchewan? Well, that's good because you would have ran into the abominable snowman known as Brock Lesnar.
Right. Oh, shit. Both men down. I don't trust Trick. He's too invested. It's tripping me out. Yeah,
okay. He's wearing too much denim for you as a Canadian. I mean, you should respect the Canadian tuxedo here.
He's rocking the Canadian tux hard. What do you think about hearing from Don Callis and Takeshita tomorrow night on Dynamite? To quote another YouTuber out there, we need a reason. We need an explanation. There you go. So hopefully we get some insight. I know Don did a sit-down interview with JR, but come on. Don just woke up one day and said, fuck this guy after decades of, being family, raising the kid. It wasn't like they had static. It just happened.
Right.
So I want some answers.
Big pump kick from Carmelo. And yeah, that man definitely represents a small portion of New York, by the way. Mostly segmented to his mom's basement or his grandmother's basement. But I still hold with this of the end of Double or Nothing with the Takeshita reveal, the Don Callis, all of this was the ending of a Dynamite. And they made us pay $50 to watch the ending of a Dynamite.
Yeah,
we had enough. And it's the greatest fucking thing that you pointed out of. We had more pyrotechnics in Matt Jackson's shoe.
Oh, Trick taking out Orso. Sorry, Nick.
Oro. Or just say Mensa. Just say Mensa. You can get that right. I hope.
Maybe. I got to click on that in a second. There's a funny story about me. Like, we smuggled a full pig into New York. A full pig.
I want to make so many jokes, but we're on YouTube right now.
And no, none of us were dating her.
Thank you for saying that, because you circumvented about 95% of the jokes I was about to make.
We wanted
we were going to us thrown directly off of where we were.
We went to Lake Placid. We wanted to have a pig roast when we got there. Pause. Anyway, Aaron sharing a 4-leaf clover with Leprechaun.
All right, I'm gonna just directly move away from your comments, sir.
Oh,
and I respect it and I acknowledge it. It's because there's too many jokes I could make.
That's what's good about it. Crossface, he gets to the ropes. Noam Dar gets to the ropes, folks. What about the Golden Knicks? That's a good question. We might have to come up with like a scarf award or something.
The Golden Wuddies, what?
The Golden Wuddy. Yeah, we might have to think about that. I will, just so
that'll
you guys
happen
know,
when the Knicks win a fucking championship. How about that?
Just so you guys know, I'm not vain enough to create the Golden Cage.
I did. It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Thank you. Just so people are like, look at this arrogant prick, got his own awards, and you're doing nothing.
No, spoiler alert, it's not a gold painted Braun Strowman action figure. Not at all. No way.
Ruining the kayfabe.
Oh, please. I can't do any worse than Nick Russo's done.
Carmelo down. Okay. Trick's back. Oh no. Wait.
Oh, Dragon Lee and Frazier. We've even the odds.
Frazier. Shit.
Are we setting up to like a War Games?
That's what someone said. Who called that out about Carmelo? Oh no, Carmelo.
Crossbody onto Dar and Aura. Mensa.
Yeah, I know who fucked it up. That's Karma.
That's how you know we're not in Mensa, is because we keep fucking up this man's name.
It's over. You might be right. Someone out there said, what if Carmelo has some backup, has some friends tonight? Oh. You're correct. Double or Nothing was an extended version of Dynamite. Nothing was extra special. I'll second that motion.
I was going to say I had to do what a lot of dirt sheet writers won't do, and had to actually recant a statement from our stream on Sunday, because I went back and rewatched everything.
So no trick turn, but if they are building up to like a
nothing but net for the 1, 2, 3.
Is that what he calls that?
Yes.
That's how I like it.
Well, it's normally the springboard, but Nathan Frazier looks like he runs a commune with this whole fucking white outfit. Who the hell? Corbin! I like this.
Yo! Baron Corbin is in the house.
We're getting back to, and this is again what they've done with, like you said, with Mandy Rose, with Apollo. We saw it tonight with Mustafa Ali. We've got Corbin out here just laying waste. End of days.
Did perfect.
Hell yeah. That's a fucking contender.
That's a swerve. That's a fucking swerve. We sat here for 2 hours guessing at, was Trick going to turn on him? Noam can't be the guy. Baron, fuck.
Dream Crushers. I like that shirt. And this is, to me, this is where you go with Corbin. If he plays that smug, arrogant heel that he does that he lives on his Instagram, to he's out there sipping fine whiskeys and smoking cigars, eating top dollar steaks and everything.
You go back to that Corbin that we had a handful of years ago, the lone wolf. Yeah, but the guy that even in NXT was like, I'm not really friends with the people here. I'm not here to make friends. I want to fucking wrestle. Like, he really had that chip on his shoulder. Larry, if you called it, congrats.
I was gonna say I call bullshit. I need
evidence.
I need evidence here, because that to me is a wild accusation of nobody had Corbin showing up on NXT, especially tonight. I would say,
man, the way it went out was exactly like kind of like how I mapped it out. Like right before the trademark comes up, we're going home. Trick kicks him. I had no idea it was going to be Corbin, bro.
Oh, I thought that. I felt like we had spoken that into existence somehow. But I like this of Baron Corbin. He's a free agent, right? I'm down for Corbin versus Carmelo Hayes. Absolutely. Baron Corbin mid-card vortex of evil lives. Well, no, but now he goes back to the Lone Wolf in NXT. Yep. That's where all of this started. What comes around is all around.
Well, now, yeah, he's instantly a big fish in a small pond. Like, again, when you look at the roster on NXT, who's going to fuck with Corbin if he really wants that belt and he's going to go on a run? You're going to need a Dijak or an Ilya or somebody to stop him.
What if he pairs with Dijak and Ina? Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Well, no, I know, but still, I like this. If the Lone Wolf is back, yeah.
Yeah. This one, just quickly on a side note, Larry popped me. I got to give him a point for. There you go.
Yeah, you might want to see my gold member, but that's what the only stands there for. The only marks is where that.
Mello retains.
Is this when I do the Dr. Evil and just roll up real close of, how about no, you crazy Dutch bastard?
Great stream, guys. Thank you, Steve G. My voice is feeling the last 4 or 5 days. It's crackling like a motherfucker tonight. We will take your ratings. If you're new here, we take ratings out of 10 at the end of every show. So let us know what your opinion of NXT was tonight. It was fucking solid, even without that turn.
Right. 100%. But 8.5. Boston, I agree with that. Richard even saying, now the free agent status makes sense. Yeah, well, because think about it, Ali's technically a free agent too.
Tabernacle.
Tabernacle. 8 out of 10 NXT. KJ uncalled the heel turn with the watermark logo. I mean, you called the spot. You didn't call the person, but you called the spot.
I knew when they were going to do it. I just didn't know who was going to do it.
Right. I know someone will be here. I just don't know who. Yes, this is perfect for him in NXT. Yes, it is, because what the fuck else is he going to do on the main roster right now? He's going to Zigglypuff himself to death?
Listen, they've beat him. Like, I don't know what Corbin did, and we have talked. There is an edge to Corbin. He has rubbed some people the wrong way. Did Corbin piss the wrong person off?
Because he became the fault guy when they did the Raw GM.
Yeah, fair enough. But I thought he was good as Raw GM. I liked corporate Corbin.
Yeah.
Other people didn't.
But that's the thing, is all those people that didn't, is they took the heat for Vince and the gang that was actually doing it.
Yeah, fair enough. But they have literally beat this man into submission. There is nothing. If he showed up on Friday trying to challenge somebody, we'd laugh at it. This is better. He instantly feels like a badass again.
He feels instantly like a star, or at least a prominent name, a big name.
A big deal. A big name. What's up, Josh?
Joshua, what up? Baron Corbin, or Kenny going on about Baron Corbin. James, Double or Nothing was a good show. You are still clueless as ever.
Oh, James, it was an average show at best, buddy.
James, we got time.
I got all day.
We got super chats. We got socials running through there. Let us know how we're wrong. Don't worry. I'll wait. I won't hold my breath because it'll take you a hot minute to fucking come up with some reasoning behind that. But go ahead.
Listen, James, we have no reason to not rate the show high if it was
we're high.
Wicked.
What?
Amen. If the show was good, we would have been here high-fiving virtually, fist pumping. We would have been thrilled. It would have been awesome. But Takeshita coming out was a flat finish to the night. Anarchy was fun, but that was a show of 2 matches, maybe 2.5.
I would just say this.
Yes.
Anyone that thinks that you or I want to sit here and spend 5 to 6 hours watching bad professional wrestling just to say it's, or even if you want to call it good professional wrestling, just to say it's bad, we're not that much of a fucking sadomasochist here. We want to actually enjoy the fucking wrestling we're watching. So that's why when we're here, we call a spade a fucking spade.
Yeah, and I mean, the last thing we want to do, like you said, we don't want to waste our time, and we don't sit and hate watch wrestling. So if they had delivered on a really good fucking show, and I mean, I looked around, I read enough, I listened to enough, and even some of the diehard AEW supporters were like, that was soft. Wasn't our best.
Sat there and he praised up about, the recent couple of dynamites and everything on Cage Match. Well, if we're going to use Tony's metrics,
Tabernacle.
Battleground outdid Double or Nothing significantly by about 3 points as far as the rating goes, with less ratings graded, but still, we're going to go by using the metrics Tony has set. But if we're not going to argue that, then guess what? We're field goal post moving, and that's one thing that AEW fans seem to be really good at.
Man, we jumped on our poor buddy here real hard. But listen, here's the thing. To each their own. If you loved it, you loved it. Great. But at the end of the day, you can watch Double or Nothing and go, that wasn't my favorite. Maybe the next one will be better. Doesn't mean the company sucks. It means Double or Nothing just wasn't what it was supposed to be. Shit card, laid up. It was soft. And I think Tony overlooked it because so much other shit's going on. That's it.
Right. I'll let you read this and then I'm going to get back to the ratings.
I've been watching wrestling for almost 40 years, and I've seen bad wrestling. Double or Nothing was not there. Fair enough. I can't convince you, but what was good about it? What was the good wrestling? Jeff Hardy falling on his face, the women's match where they just kicked the stairs, but
there was bits of good, like the Four Pillars match.
I enjoyed it.
Even though it's shitty booking that you started off there versus built to there.
Yeah, it was fun.
Was good. I liked the 6-man tag match, the trios belts match. You liked Anarchy in Arena, so there was good there. So that's the thing is we're not just hate bashing it.
No, not at all.
Just fear of it's AEW, so it's got to be crap. We're literally going match by match. Can literally tell you of that match was good, that match was bad, that match was good, that match was bad.
Hello, Ms. T. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I mean. Listen, it literally, if it was good, we would be here praising it. And you can't tell me that was good. Jericho and Cole was a good wrestling match.
We had a rest stoppage to an unsanctioned match.
Yeah. So
and Sabu was there for all of 2 minutes.
Let's just be realistic, guys. I know the AEW, as an AEW fan, I was just disappointed. As an AEW fan, I wanted better.
Take the blinders off. Well, I guess speaking of blinders, though, I feel like this might have played a part in it of my favorite Statlander return. So that's why he's like it's
James.
Right. He's the Bailey with Chris the situation here.
Hello, my friend. We meet again.
Well, Miss T with the tea.
I like it.
I would like to share a cup of tea. Huh?
Bring back the wrong wolf. He will be NXT champion. I think he meant Lone Wolf.
Fair enough. Well, he's out here 10 plus awesome NXT. Bobby out here saying, see you on Dynamite tomorrow night.
Yes.
Joshua out here with an 8 out of 10. Chris letting us know that Thursday is the start, I guess, to the NBA playoffs.
Okay.
Larry with an 8 out of 10. I think JBL failed Corbin. It was a fun few segments. JBL being known an a-hole in the biz hurt Corbin. I felt, well, he outshined him. It was always, it's John o'clock, motherfucker.
The JBL thing was fucking genius. That was bad booking and bad writing that fucked that completely up. Because everyone feels like JBL's an asshole. So what better way than to get an asshole?
I don't know. Ask Blue Meanie. I think he confirmed that rumor.
Oh, right. So I thought putting them together was fucking excellent. But it was just so poorly done. And you can't have JBL introduce a guy who's losing.
Yeah, they fumbled that whole thing.
Yeah.
That's John, hi, KJ and Nick. 6 out of 10 for NXT. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander are free agents as well. I'm not sure. I keep getting confused with our draft versus their draft because our draft was better. And they got drafted, so I can't confirm nor deny if they're free agents.
Right. 6 out of 10. I feel that's a little low.
Right.
I mean, for me, tonight was a good show. I mean, the ladies' match started it off. I thought it wasn't too long. You know, sometimes where a stipulation match, a cage match just didn't drag out because they're trying to get all this extra shit in. I thought they got to the point, got it over with. Yeah, I liked a lot of what happened in the ring tonight. Joe Coffey was good. Yeah, I'm all for this episode. The big spin at the end. I might give it a solid 8 out of 10 for NXT. Yeah,
I pulled this up for a reason because I like it.
Yeah, hey, listen, We will not block you for having an opposing opinion.
We'll discuss it with you.
We welcome opposing opinions.
Right.
I like
out here 10 plus, 10 plus, 10 plus. Auto awesome. Love it. So this man's just, are you using speech to text, Mick? Because I feel like he might be.
Back here to learn about the Wrasslin. Perfect.
Yeah. Well,
to the right place.
There. Yeah. Like I said, anytime you want to share a cup of tea.
This man's going to work. Best match, in my opinion, was FTR and Lethal. Keyshawn, and you're just fucking with me now. You're pulling my leg because you want us to yell some more.
That's him saying he wants us to wrap it up, I feel.
Yeah, maybe. That's just like, enough, guys.
Right, enough. Because that's what we need with Jeff Jarrett is it's been enough. It's been enough. Karen Angle, fucking Aubrey Clydesdale. It's been enough. It's been enough.
Listen, and the last thing I'll say about this as we close up shop tonight, there's a couple more here we'll click on. 7 out of 10, decent show. 7's fair, I think. Did you have a rating, Nick?
Well, I'll get there before we wrap it up because I like Juice out here. Juice 81. I haven't seen you.
Juice.
Corbin coming back to NXT caught me off guard. Never saw it coming. Absolutely. I think it's great. I think a couple of people are saying that he's the next challenger for Mello, and I think that works perfectly.
Yep. But, no, not at all. I think that. Oh, sorry, exactly what you said. I don't know why I disagreed there.
Someone saying Nick, I got shit in mine. What? Yeah, it's right there.
Will you guys be doing? We are discussing the June schedule as the calendar changes. Everybody, we will we'll let you know. And like I say always, click the little bell so you know what we're up to and you don't miss out on any of the fun.
We've been on stream before and decided we're covering another show while on the stream for another show. So you never know what's popping. I keep saying it, and everybody thinks it's a gimmick, but it's not. A big thing's popping, little thing's stopping. Up to something season never sleeps. Why? Right.
But I will say this, folks. I promise you, anyone out there right now that thinks we're AEW bashing or you don't believe our opinion, that's fine. But I promise, come back tomorrow. If AEW and Tony Khan give us a banger show, I'll be here singing the praises, and so will Nick. We will definitely give the thumbs up when the thumbs up are due, and that goes for Impact, that goes for GCW, New Japan, and all the shows we watch in between. That's what we do here. We will be back all week long. Make sure you check out all our links below. I am KJ White. That was Big Nick. This one was fun, Nick.
Absolutely. Well, now I feel like I need to squish everything together. Yeah, no, 100% of no. We call a spade of. We were here praising AEW Dynamite was the top of our rating show or ranking show for the longest time. Christ, I still have Moxley as my home screen on my phone and everything like that. When he black and white when he's sitting there, smoking or drinking the whiskey and everything after he won the championship and everything.
James, we can relate. We can relate, buddy. It's kind of what we do
absolutely. Here. 100%. We're Channel 4 fans by fans. But yeah, our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the wrestling, you better put that for life with it.
That's all she wrote, folks. Come back tomorrow for Dynamite. Thank you. See you on the flip side.